What? Hello? Yeah. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the stream. I am Mr. Bones 40K, aka Arthur. I am here to do the big react reveal thing to the big summer preview show, and I'm also here just to kind of shoot the shit. Just to give you guys an idea, it has been a hectic morning. I got back at my house 20 minutes ago, and I got out of the shower 5. Yeah. It's been interesting, to say the least, the level of just complexity that this morning has brought my way. This TLDR, I had to go help my dad out. He's getting ready for my nephew's birthday, so I was just like, let's go help good old Pappy Bones and, you know, brush the pool, I guess. Breach containment, soggy bones. Yeah, no, the flaming beard's out, unfortunately. Wait, skulls don't need showers. They do if you want to stay shiny. Hell yeah. First time catching the stream, hell yeah. How are you handling the heat wave? I'm not. I live on the far east coast, so, like, the ocean keeps us cool. I'm chewing into the the microphone, one sec. Are we gonna see your bald head? No. I mean, I get it. It is kind of funny. But, yeah, the only time you guys get to see me is when you're in person, at events, which, by the way, I'm going to LVO this year, so if anybody wants to come meet me, maybe have, like, a mini fan meetup, feel free to show up. Any predictions? Oh, God, let me think. I think one of the things that, like, I heard a lot about, I can't remember who it was. I think it was Tabletop Minion that said this, that, like, he can kind of feel it in his bones that there is going to be, kind of a game refresh reset for, what the fuck was it called? Necromunda. Like, they're releasing a new, like, a box set that has refreshed rules to simplify it, because it is kind of funny how complicated and stupid the rules are. So, yeah. Let me just look up really quickly what the community is saying about shit, right? What are we getting previews for? So we're getting 40K. 40K is obviously going to be the first wave of Orcs and Space Marines that are coming off of 11th edition. So Flash Git's probably getting a new sculpt. Any resin models that are left over are probably getting a new resin sculpt. Or a new plastic sculpt, sorry. Let's see. I think, yeah, there's a few. Oh, I predict sound issues? Yeah, no, definitely. As someone who went to the 11th edition premiere, the sound issues were hilarious. Good kill team shit? Yeah, no, kill team's pretty cool. I want some. Now, if they want to win me over, just say that, like, we're getting a new Codex for Leagues of Votann by the end of the year. I'm perfectly content. But whatever. So, Warhammer 40K, Orcs and Space Marines. I wouldn't assume that they're going to be doing anything too crazy, especially because they just announced everything. Maybe just, like, showing off the next list of releases and shit. I don't know. I don't want them to competitive Necromunda. It'd just ruin the game, TBH. There's no way you can competitive Necromunda. I think streamlining the rules is pretty good. I love Necromunda. Necromunda, unironically, I have played well over 40 to 50 games. Like, very well-known games. Oh, hey, Villain Versus. What's up, man? Awesome. Good to see you in here. Fun fact, everybody, Villain Versus has the most recognizable Crimson Fists visual gag I've ever seen. Speaking of, announcing a new Pedro Cantor would be kind of cool, and it would make sense because orcs and shit. But yeah. Yeah. I don't think they're going to be doing too much. Warhammer Age of Sigmar. I don't know. I wish I was more on track with Age of Sigmar. I just got burnt out on 4th edition. I think 4th edition's great. I just like 3rd edition more. Mainly because I just like big monsters. And the big monsters of 4th edition were pretty fun. I like the pigs for the boys. The Iron Boys. They're pretty fun. Then we got the Horus Heresy. They're probably going to capitalize on the Mark IV armors that are kind of coming out. So they're probably going to do... Oh, what are they called? Tartarus Pattern Terminators, rescaled. Actually, let me go check the GW store to see if they're, like... out of stock right now, because if they're out of stock, that's probably a good estimate. Because they did do the rescaled... Cataphractii Terminators, so that would mean that, logically, the next one would be that, right? Delicious. I'm very tired, so I'm slamming a monster. We're doing, not even a white monster, we're doing Rio Punch today. Let me check really quickly, Horus Heresy. New Tartaros Terminators would be pretty great. I always associated them with Mark IV. I know they're technically their own thing. Legion Tartaros Terminator Squad. No, they're still in stock, at least in Canada there, so there's that. But yeah, Horus Heresy, I feel like they're probably going to do some stuff like that. It'd be cool if they did Destroyer Squads, because they haven't done that yet. Like a Mark IV Destroyer Squad. With like radiation guns and shit, that'd be kind of sick. The Old World, my hopes and dreams for that is they finally goddamn announced Kislev. I need Kislev. They teased it before they even announced Old World. Same with what they did with the Cathay, but they just haven't released them yet. And it's annoying the piss out of me. Who is messaging me so much right now? Oh, okay. But yeah. So Kislev would be great. If they did Kislev, I'm sorry, I'm picking them up. I just want an entire army of angry Cossacks just beating the shit out of people with Dane axes that are also muskets. That'd be dope. Come on, man. Rushing Vargeists. That'd be kind of cool. Bringing back Blackstone Fortress would be kind of cool if they wanted to do that, yeah. Demon refresh? I don't think they need to refresh the demons. I think demonettes could use a new sculpt, but like other than that, they're fine. Kill team? I know this is like pie in the sky. Another Beastman kill team. That's it. I just want more Beastmen in the game. Oh, hey! Zonks, what's up? I know you. I see you. I know who you are. And you guys are going to be seeing that guy a lot soon. That's ominous. But yeah. I'm kind of working on just figuring out shit here. Left-handed molds are weapons, could be funny. Yeah. Kill team, I want new beastmen. I don't think they're gonna do that because I kind of have everything kind of like covered. Everybody's kind of got multiple kill teams. So there could be anything. Though they're probably just releasing a new giant model for the Nemesis system. So if I had to guess, since they're doing orcs, they might be releasing like potentially a new Death Dread type of model, but it's like a War Boss Death Dread for like the Nemesis kill team, because that sounds kind of important. That sounds like how they would do it. GW is kind of shitty like that. But like they would release it as like a box set. Crude characters? Okay, Crude. If we get new Crude, that'd be awesome. Crude would be kind of dope. Man, I really, really don't want there to be like Rogel Dorn, because I'm not ready for that. I feel like I'm just like, okay, Crude named characters a bit too much. I just need something. I just need one thing. Anything is good. Yeah, screw it. Plastic Titans? Nah. That's called a Mega Dread? Yeah, Mega Dreads are cool and all, but, like, they've only been resin. Oh, thanks for the membership, Kriegs. The Kriegs 369. Damn. Yeah. Harlequins. Oh, fuck! 5 gift subs from Sour Balls! Should I do a donation goal? Nah. Okay. Ork Bikes. New looters and a Gretchen kill team. I don't know what a Gretchen kill team could be, right? There's a lot of stuff that could be there. Let me see. Lotus, thank you for the gifted. Oh, let's see what we got. Sister's Heavy Flame Tank. That'd be kind of interesting. Gonna rescale crisis suits after I bought 9. That'd be so fucked. That'd be funny though. But yeah, I think Kill Team, they're probably gonna do a nemesis, so like a new big guy versus a group of small guys. So it'd be kind of cool if it was like, I don't know, orcs versus dumb shit, right? Let's see. Let me think. Oh, hey, Theropod's in the chat. What's up? Thero? It's been a minute. We're doing some live reacts to 40k bullshit. But yeah, Kill Team's probably going to be Nemesis. Necromunda's the one that I'm most excited for. Because I don't know if any of you have ever seen this or noticed this, but, yeah. Necromunda releases never miss. They've always been good, and I don't think that there's any like bad releases that they've had in a very, very, very long time. I want a new Necromunda box. I want it to be like Orlok versus something. I know we're not getting Orlok versus something, because the ones that are like on the block right now, I guess, would probably be like a pure Ogre and Kill Team would fuck hard. Actually, now that I say that, that would be kind of fun. Mr. Gabe's Workshop, give me new Emperor's Children and my life is yours. Okay, yeah. Necromunda would be great. New terrain for Necromunda is great. Blood Bowl genuinely could be anything. We've got all the old teams, so they could just be making shit up now. Legions Imperialis, the fucking, like, Warcry died so you could stay around, and I don't want to say that that's bad, because I like Legions Imperialis. I just don't have time to paint it. Like, I bought the initial box set. I just never had the chance to paint it, right? Fucking, it sucks, man. It sucks. Yeah, so what do you guys want to see? What do you guys want to see? Flesh Terror cults? That'd be kind of cool. I got a few things that I'm thinking of that I want. Obviously, Leagues of Votann, duh. I always wanted more Leagues of Votann stuff. Though, I'm going to be, like, real with you. All of my needs, except for, like, a... Oh, wow, the stream started a little bit. But I can't play it. Or I can't play the audio because GW copyrights that stuff. Which, I get it. Gotta protect your intellectual property. Whatever. Let's do the Beastmen refresh. I have a theory that might be happening with Age of Sigmar. I do have kind of a theory. Give me Demon Bird Man. I don't know how. There is a chance that there might be like Perturabo finally, which that'd be cool. I'm down for Chaos Primarchs coming back because the Chaos Primarchs have always been in the setting. Like a Perturabo is just doing stuff. He's not like he's not just like floating around doing dick all. Votann, yeah, they do need a Walker mech equivalent. And yeah, no. The squats do have one. We do need... Sorry, I'm thirsty. I see the slurp. Emperor's Children cultists. Yeah, it's weird that they don't have cultists. I want a Warlord version of the Psychophage. So you just want an extra angry lawnmower? How about a new Hansu mini? Yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, what Demon Primarchs don't we have? It's just Perturabo and... Oh, goodness graciousness. What? Perturabo, Lorgar, and I think that's it? I'm trying to think. I don't think there's anybody else that we're missing, right? Yeah. So I guess bringing Perturabo will be there because they're all in the chat. The chat. They're all in the game. They've been in the lore. There's a few guys that are in the lore that I could justifiably think about. Because like bringing back Raven guy, God. Corvus Carax would be kind of cool because he's in the setting. We know he's in the setting. The only one that I think a lot of people have problems with is just the people that we don't know and we kind of want to keep them away. Corvus Carax is in the setting. He's not very active, but he's in the setting. Vulcan coming back would be kind of cool. He did fight orcs a lot. Yeah, I do think that, like, if I had to make a guess for Blood Bowl, it'd probably be Morgenthorg. Either Morgenthorg or, like, what's his name? Bob Bifford, the newscaster, because he used to be a playable miniature, which I thought was fun. How about we get a mini for the Raptors chapter master? Okay, now you're just smoking that crack. You're way out there. That's not gonna happen. Like reasonably, like I know that everybody's like, hey, let's get Tyberos Red Bake or whatever the fuck his name is. He's getting a new miniature. There's no, I'm never gonna put like a monetary amount on it, but there's no way. They're just too niche. And like they're very popular and they get a lot of views and everybody likes them. But it's one of those chapters that like they'll get a buff 1 year and then they'll just never be mentioned again. I don't know. Maybe I'll be wrong. Maybe I will eat my words. I will eat my words. But yeah, they bring back the scouts. The scouts are in the game. I have scouts. I love scouts. I've never played them on the tabletop ever. I just bought a box and painted them because I really like them. What if they did a Tim Hortons themed collab? Ha ha! Oh, gee, thank you, Canadian Canuckistan. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry I'm in your way. Our money looks like it's from Monopoly. Queen joke. Fuck you. John Grammaticus miniature, calling it now? Nah. Turbis figure because do you not see... Yeah, they're not doing... Yeah. I'm trying to think like what miniatures they could do. Ultramarines? Okay, this is a hot take. This is kind of like a very minor hot take. I think the Ultramarines are in a spot where they're like genuinely underrated. They get so much shit. They're shit on so much that it's kind of gone the other direction now. And bro, it's genuinely insane. That like how much people hate them, and I think that the Ultramarines are great. Every book I read with them, it's great, right? Which Primarch wins in a fight? What? Okay, I'm watching the trivia they got there. Blue boys, fucking yeah. Give me Kadai. Kadai would be pretty cool. Yeah, if they released a new fucking Rhino, that'd be cool. Like, I don't even care if it's going to be a Grav Rhino. I just want a transport that isn't, like, 100 points. Like, I'm not even like, oh, but the repulsor's so good. Or, oh, but what about the impulsor? It gets your guys... I don't care. I just want, like, a 10-man, no bits and bobs. You brought the land speeder back. Bring the goddamn Rhino back. Call it something stupid. I don't care. Call it the turkey. Call it, I don't know... Call it the fucking, I don't know, add something stupid to it. I don't know, man. But just call it something dumb and just give me the option to run it, because I love the idea of having a 10-man blob of Sternguard veterans inside of that, and then just come out and start blasting. I love the theming of that. I love painting and building terrain and shit, but yeah, that'd be kind of cool. What if the new Rhino is just a Grox with a wagon on the back? I'm down. That'd be the perfect vehicle for Necromunda. Call it the Brick. I'm trying to remember. But there was like... There was one thing that I definitely wanted. Did you see that I got my Rabute Gilliman? Yeah, no, I did there. I'm really happy for you. Rabute Gilliman's miniature is so nice, especially with the helmet on. I think it's so cool. Boximus Maximus. I like that. You say. Shout out to. Okay, so this is like a bit of a deep cut story. This is kind of funny, but like, before I did like YouTube, I worked every job you could imagine, from like shitty retail to like shitty like fast food. And I remember working at Wendy's for a couple of years, and it was terrible. Don't ever work there. But we would just, when there was like this period between like the breakfast rush and the lunch rush, that like we had like 20-30 minutes of just sitting there doing nothing. But the funniest part of that is we would just talk about the dumbest shit. And there was just one customer in the room that day, and we were just talking about words for vagina. I know there's no easy way to say this. If you're a kid watching this, I'm so sorry. You're about to learn some new words. But yeah, we were just talking about it, and we were just like, oh yeah, like, you know, the normal one, like pussy. Okay, sure, whatever. And I just like the one I just mentioned. I was like, oh, the one that I don't get is box. It just doesn't make sense to me. That's such a weird term for it. And then that one customer in the room, I'm not joking, without being invited into the conversation, stood up, looked at me, and said, oh, it's called a box because you put shit in it. And I'm like, oh, well, huh. That explains that. Thank you, random man. And then we just got really quiet for the rest of the day until he left, because we just didn't want to invite that in. It was pretty funny. But yeah, I don't know why Boximus Maximus reminded me of that story. It's just I don't know, me and my my roommate, we quote that it's called a box because you put shit in it. We quote that line a lot because it's pretty dumb. But yeah, we got 5 minutes before the stream. So any last minute guesses? I'm gonna refresh the page and see if they've done any like silhouettes or whatever to show off what's there. Oh, Ham Wallet's pretty solid. Oh, hey, they did. They put a silhouette up. Looks like ogres. Ogres, Dark Eldar. Wait, that might be Dark Elves and Chaos. Looks like we're getting that. As I see the Ogre Maw tribes shit up there, so we might be getting new Ice Raiders, or what do you call them? Beastclaw Raiders. We might be getting more of those. And I see what looks like an Eldar riding a dinosaur. Oh my god, we might be getting Exodites. What? Wait a second. Wait a second. We might be getting Exodites. That's kind of cool. Let me close the thumbnail. Look at this. Look at this, guys. Let me get the chat up. Let me just like minimize this a little bit. Yeah, the one on the side either looks like Dark Eldar, or it's an Exodite, or Dark Elves for Warhammer Fantasy, or Exodites, which would be cool. That's obviously like chaos of some sort. And I know that symbol because that's the Ogre Maw tribes, right? Full Grey Knights refresh? God, yeah. That'd be kind of funny. Eldar and AOS would be fun. Shut the fuck up. Eldar Exodites would be kind of cool, though. Let's see. But yeah, no, that's up. Maw tribes. That might be like, that's probably what the AOS thing is. They're probably doing finally the Ogre refresh because they've been meaning to do that for a while. Oh god, if they don't do the Ogre refresh, adding ogres into Warhammer Old World would be dope. Be dope. See, I'd say that's a Dark Eldar or a Dark Elf for Warhammer the Old World, but then I see this little dangly thing here that looks like a Spirit Stone more so than it does anything else. So that could be a guy. Chaos Bikers? Chaos Bikers would be dope. Because they definitely need that. Yeah, I have the audio muted because I need to. Dark Elves have rumored to have dragon stuff. No, Old World Dark Elves have dinosaurs that they ride, the cold ones. So that one's kind of fun. So we'll see. Is there anything else that they show? Yeah, I gotta check like 5 minutes before the preview. They usually drop an image like this, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. Okay, any minute now. Let me just turn this music off really quickly. I turn the desktop audio on, but I know what'll happen. Do you guys want chat on or chat off? I'll minimize chat for now. Host to bungle the sound settings again? Yeah. Oh, starting soon. Okay, fellas. Let's get to it. The helm is an Eldar? Yeah, it looks Eldar-y, but I don't know. If they're doing a range refresh for, like, Dark Elves, it could happen. Mark my words, it will happen. Alright. I trust you. Off. Okay, we're starting.
Very exciting preview. This is the big summer Warhammer preview. I am Adam Troke. This is Eddie Eccles, and we're delighted to have your company.
Yeah, this is going to be a really cool preview. We've got stuff from loads of different game systems to show you, loads of Warhammer to talk about. We think about 90 minutes of stuff. Is that right?
should run to about that long, depending on how fast we talk and how sidetracked we get
that
by
is
the details.
That's
yeah,
long.
For the next hour and a half or so, we're going to fill the air with loads of cool Warhammer things. We've got things to cover from Warhammer 40,000, Warhammer Age of Sigmar, Warhammer the Old World, Warhammer Necromunda, Warhammer Blood Bowl, Warhammer Horus Heresy, and Legions Imperialis. Have I forgotten anything?
Kill Team.
Warhammer 40,000 Kill Team. So loads to go
Loads of
through.
different systems. It's not every single system that we make. There are a few systems we couldn't quite squeeze in. So we haven't got any Warcry for you. We haven't got any Underworld.
Or Middle Earth.
We haven't got any Middle Earth. But we'll have stuff on all of those game systems in the not too distant future.
Absolutely. So keep your eyes on warhammercommunity.com if you want to hear about the news on those as it happens.
Holy shit, Warcry was mentioned.
We get ready to kick off. There's a few things we normally do. The first thing is that we ask people in the chat where you're from. I was looking at the chat as people answered the...
I enjoyed the quiz.
The quiz was fun, right?
Good fun.
Did you get any right?
I got all of them right, obviously, Adam.
Very good.
I did also help write the questions, so I did have cheated a bit.
Perfect. I was doing all right myself. And I saw where some people are from. We've got people from Texas. There's people from all around the UK. A lot from Europe as well. I saw some France and some Germany. So wherever you are in this global Warhammer community, welcome to this preview. We're delighted that you would choose to spend some time with us.
Yep, absolutely. Are you doing any hobby recently, Adam?
I have. I've found doing hobby a bit hard, been very busy, and also the weather is
been a bit warm,
anathema
hasn't it?
to painting right now here in the UK. We are getting burninated. But I have put
Oh, God, the
everything,
Trogdor
on
reference.
space
No! Okay.
Nice.
God, you just brought back like 20 years of memories.
The models with some extra
Oh,
details and
God.
things like that.
Burninated.
Okay,
all right.
Painting some of them. Doing a little bit of Caradrons on my painting table at the moment, and
Okay, I don't care. Hey, guys, you know what? What are you guys doing for hobby recently? Like, what are you doing?
So, meanwhile, the other thing I've been doing to fill a little bit of my hobby time.
Oh, I do see the hazard stripe. Yeah, Perturabo probably. Or at least a character. Character. I've been painting a lot of Star Wars Legion miniatures. Unironically, I've got so many that I've been painting, and I've been having a blast doing it.
And so I'm trying to work out how I can synergize that with all of my Raven Wing things to make like a very fast.
But yeah, feeling old now? Yeah. Strong bad. Yeah, strong bad reference in the year 2026 of our Lord. Yeah.
I've been caught up in the wave, I think. What about you?
5/5 of fuck all. Yeah, that's fair. Your anti-Serta regulates. Godspeed. Bought a Geometro for $700. Learned to use an airbrush. Painting sisters. Painting Custodes. Painting an EC noise diodes. Affiliation. Magnetizing a defiler. Oh, I just see stuff. Getting a Euroni First Blood kit. Big fan, big fan. Oh, yo, Meadows, what's up? It's been too long, man. You gotta hit me up at some point. We gotta do something.
Warhammer 40,000.
Okay.
We are
Warhammer
with
40K.
Warhammer 40,000 Armageddon, the launch box for the new edition, sort of out there in the wild. It's worth talking about some of the things that are coming up. And the first thing that we're going to talk about is how new people to Warhammer might get started in the Warhammer 40,000 hobby with some Warhammer 40,000 starter sets. So here is the Warhammer 40,000 starter set. We've got one in the flesh. This is an
Unironically, as much as you
and
guys
is
might think this is
perfect
boring,
way
I
if you've
love
never
these.
played
These are
Warhammer
so
40,000
useful to
before
have.
and want to get started to jump straight into the hobby. Eddie, what can you tell us about it?
Yeah, so we did know that some of the miniatures from the Warhammer 40,000 Armageddon set would be available in other sets in the future. This is one of the first places you'll be able to get hold of them. So in this, you effectively have a combat patrol of Space Marines, painted as Ultramarines, but you can paint them whatever color you want. You've also got a combat patrol of Orcs. You've also got a battlefield of stuff to play across, and effectively a combat patrol's worth of battlefield terrain.
Man, that terrain is actually...
Yeah, absolutely. This is
Fuck,
essentially everything you
okay,
need
that's
to,
actually really
get
good
started.
terrain. I
It's
might
got
actually get
40,000
this
all in
box
one
just
box.
for... No, I
All
won't.
in
I'll
one.
just buy
Push
the
it,
terrain
terrain's really
separately.
easy to put together. It's got the game board and all of the.
Because like I don't like the
pieces,
monopose miniatures,
pieces
but
marked
yeah,
out for you to put your terrain
these
on.
are
You can
these
just
are
play, you don't
necessary.
have this
These
box
are
if you want.
necessary.
Yeah, it's also got all the rules and stuff in there.
Yeah,
you'll need to
absolutely.
play
You've
through.
got your core rules and then the.
Okay, I used to be
guide
like
and the models in the
super...
box.
I'm gonna close
So
this down.
this is the first
on
of
another
the starter
kind.
products that we're going to talk about.
Okay. This is a really good question here. I'm gonna mute a little bit. Agriel with the $2. Any plans on another Conquest video? The answer is yes, because Conquest is unironically one of my favorite games. I've been having so much fun playing the game. And fun fact, I actually went out of my way to become a Vanguard member, like a member of the Vanguard program. So I, every 2 weeks, run events in my local area for Conquest. I love this game. I don't know if I'll be able to do any videos soon, but I do want to do another one. Outside of that, yeah, I used to be such a hard ass about, oh, hey, actually, I'm noticing what they're doing right here. They're doing, like, get started kits that have, like, full little army bundles that come with paints. That's pretty useful, actually. I really think that that's good. But, yeah, I used to be so
You
against...
start one of these armies for the first time and you're already in Warhammer 40,000. This
just
really is a great way to do it. 'cause you get the
doing
paints
anything
start
shorter,
playing
so
the
like
process.
Spearhead,
Or if you just have an
Combat
orc army,
Patrol,
just sort
and then I
of
started to
orc
play
army
them. I was like,
should be
wow,
fun.
these are actually really
Yeah,
good.
no kidding. There's another way to get started as
So,
well, which is this
yeah.
introductory set, and I find this one
Call
to be
my
quite
ass
exciting.
lame,
You've
but
got
yeah.
some Space Marines and some Orcs and some paints, and you can have a gaming experience. But it's really sort of a first steps into the Warhammer 40,000 gaming and hobby.
In my honest
Yeah, it's a little bit of
opinion,
everything, and the thing that's cool about this to point out
all
is
I
that
see is
while
an
the other
11th,
sets, the miniatures are the same ones
see
from the
11th
Warhammer
edition
40,000
as
Armageddon
several
set,
month
these ones are brand
attention
new
sync
miniatures. So you've got 5
for
intercessors in there.
Warcom. I'm
You've got
not
Space
100%
Marine lieutenants.
certain
It's
what
been like a whole
Warcom
week
is,
since
but
we had
hey,
lieutenants,
couldn't
so
have come
had
soon
to
as long
have
as they're
one.
happy,
And
right?
then you've got a new unit of Orc boys. They are Orc boys are the same kind of unit as the ones you get in Armageddon, but they've got different poses. And critically, you've also got some heavy and special weapons
Yeah, you've
in
got
the
a
Orc
big
squad.
shooter and a rocket launcher inside.
Absolutely.
That
So
set.
you want to add in some extra
Jesus.
shooting into your big Orc mobs, you can, and all the characters are kind of new poses as well. So it's quite a cool little set.
I get really excited about all the different poses
Mm.
of intercessors, particularly these sort of push fit ones, to find them easy to build. And so I'm hoping somebody-
Patience, everybody. Patience.
hinting,
They have
there
to
you go.
they have to get
There
to the
are-
boring
right,
stuff. They have to get to the
there's
boring stuff.
also some paint sets. This is the
New
paint
tool set.
set.
Okay, okay.
Synergise perfectly with that Warhammer 40,000 starter set. where you
Don't
get
say
the combat patrol.
synergize. It sounds
So
like brand
13 paints,
synergy, and you sound like a
clippers, mold line
the
removal,
person I
tool,
don't
brush,
like.
everything you need to get started with your painting journey.
Stop.
If you've never painted Warhammer models before, this would be a decent pickup.
Yeah, this is a lovely little set. I started with a set a lot like this when I started playing Warhammer. You can paint almost anything.
I do gotta
in
get
this
new
box,
snips
because you've got
soon.
all your primary colours and then black and white and
But yeah.
metallics and some really useful little tools.
I've been
So this is
using
just a
my
really
Warhammer
solid
snips
base
for
for it.
metallics
Yeah,
or
absolutely. If you
metals
want one a
so
little more
much
for your
that they're
particular army,
bent
you
to
can start with
shit.
this, which is very much like the set I started painting
Ugh.
with Warhammer, which was an Orcs paint
Or
set back in the
two
day.
orcs
This is
and a
boys paints,
goblin.
So you've got 6 paints and a brush.
Two
and a couple of
orcs
Orc
and
boys
a
and prop.
goblin.
Again, just dip your toe into the painting experience and see how you get along. There's a Space Marine equivalent, which is intercessors and paints. Again, 6 paints. brush,
Two
and 2 Space
intercessors,
Marine
baby.
intercessors. Ooh, deep breath. That was a lot of ways to start your Warhammer 40,000 experience, and I think it'd be a good time to like introduce your friends or a family member or relative or whatever.
Okay,
you wanna
they're
get
winding
together
up.
and
It's a
convince
really
to
good
play.
time to start playing Warhammer 40,000 because there's a brand new edition out. Everyone's kind of in the same place. Everyone's learning the rules together. It is the perfect time to hop in.
Nice, I love it.
Turn up the stream a little
So,
bit. My bad.
Follows on quite nicely. We're going to talk about some terrain now. So we've got some really interesting terrain kits to point out and talk about. The
Okay,
first
so I can
is
buy the
Combat
terrain
Patrol
independently.
Battle
Okay,
Zone.
I'll get the
So
terrain.
this is all of the terrain you see here in a box, along with the game boards and the tiles to.
Oh, is this the
terrain
pre-painted stuff?
prints to put the terrain on? This is everything you need in one box to play a complete game of Combat Patrol.
Yep. And if you've already bought the starter set, if you add this box onto the starter set, you effectively have a full board's worth of terrain for something like an incursion or 2,000 point game
Yep.
of Warhammer
Okay.
40,000, or in a self-contained set, it it is the
Sorry,
exact
the-
right amount of stuff to play.
The
combat.
bar was
and
bothering me at
pointing
the
out this,
bottom.
with this one, this, like the models in the starter set, are unpainted. So all of these terrain pieces, they come on the grey plastic that you're familiar with, easy to put together, and then you can paint them in the colour scheme that suits your board at home or your armies or whatever you would like.
Yeah, this set, Combat Patrol set, comes in around the same price as a Combat Patrol itself.
Perfect.
Okay,
Right.
so
If
$200
you
for a full
want to
table of
add
terrain.
more things to it, or you're just
I'll-
want to
I'll fuck with
focus
it. I'll do it.
on building a terrain board that suits your own preferences. We've got
This'll
a few
fit the
little
remaining
sets to
terrain that
talk
I
about. This is
have.
the Manufactorum Ruins, which are those sort of classic
Yeah,
building shapes
okay.
that you
It's
often
not
see on battlefields.
it's not the best,
There's
not the
some of
worst
these
price.
in that Combat Patrol set that we just showed you before.
I could get one
There's
and
more.
be fine.
There's also the galvanic network. This represents these power
Oh,
lines and
wait a
things that run across
second.
the, sort of
So
ash
there's
wastes of
2
Armageddon,
boxes.
and is a wonderful
Okay.
way to
3
characters
boxes.
to your battlefield.
Okay,
And then you've
now
got the
I'm starting to see
Custodes
why
in
you
here,
guys are.
which looks like it's writhing with electricity. And you've
I'm
got
gonna
like a
get
really
these because
unfortunate servitor
Necromunda,
trapped
but
in the
also,
console
you
version.
know,
Yeah, life's pretty tough for servitors in Warhammer 40,000.
It is. It's not the best. Now, all of that is really exciting terrain. All comes unpainted, and is all coming fairly soon down the pipe.
That's
There's
absolutely true.
something else we need to explain to people that
They're
you've already talked
specifying
about a little bit
unpainted
with,
a lot.
Aiden on a video before, right?
That's absolutely right. Currently, all the terrain in my collection is Eddie painted. Very
Perfect.
soon, I will be able to also benefit from ready painted terrain. This is the new
fucking hate
ready
you.
painted Battlefield Armageddon box, and this is everything you need for a full incursion size game of Warhammer 40,000 in one
Alright.
box, and all of the terrain in this comes ready painted and ready to go.
Yeah, the box is enormous. It is jam-packed with absolutely loads
Okay.
of fantastic terrain, and we've got one here to open. So what we thought we'd do is actually just crack one open and build one of the terrain pieces in it, nice and quickly, to show you what it's like.
While Adam tells you about it, I'm going to build one of the terrain pieces in here
Great.
to show you how quickly we
Get
can make
clipping, right? So what we've got is some nice pictures to show you while Eddie gets feverishly to work. So here
Like,
you
are they
can
spray
see what
painted
you're
or are they,
dealing with.
like,
Essentially, it is a full battlefield's worth of already
so
painted terrain.
there's a way they
Talk
could
over the
do this
rummaging
that
and
I
crashing
feel
of
it
Eddie.
might not look
Um,
that good. It's the
set
same way
comes with the
that
game boards that you need. It has the
Heroescape does it,
terrain
where it's
markers,
the
so you know where
painted
to put your terrain
plastic.
pieces onto.
So,
Obviously, the
or
terrain
the
is
plastic
painted
is like
to a,
colored, so
ready
it wouldn't look
painted
too great.
to a
But yeah.
brilliant standard. So if you are looking to just
Oh, so it's
things
already
out from
pre-painted.
the
Okay, so
frames,
they
put it
painted
together
it.
quickly
Okay,
and start
okay.
playing a game of Warhammer 40,000 on a battlefield that looks really good.
But is it
This is a wonderful
on
way to do it.
sprue painted?
It's going to be
is the
enormously
problem.
popular with people who, like me at home. I've already got my own terrain board, but if I wanted to host a game night and I wanted maybe like 3 friends to come over so we could like play round robin style games, this would enable me to do it nice and quickly. You can imagine gaming clubs. And
Oh, they're
tournaments,
painted
and
on
all
the
of those people
sprue?
who have a
Okay,
need
so
for
that
a
would mean
nice
that the
looking
plastic
battlefield
is
quickly
either
are going to find this to be
colored
really exciting.
or the
Hold that one
connection
up.
points
Ooh,
have to
there you go.
hide
I'll show
those
you what it
like
looks like. Here you go. If we get
breaks
a
in
zoom
the
in on there.
plastic.
So this is a piece directly off of the frame that Eddie has
Show the
just worked on.
sides. I want to
And
see
you
the
can see
edges to
level of
see if there's
detail.
like
We've got the
little cut
fantastic
marks
glow
where the
effects
sprues
around
are.
the sort of the lumens and the candles and so on. Inside, you can see the interior detail. Some within the sort of the walls, you can see this sort of chipped and very nicely done sort of corrosion dripping down the walls. Really is a very impressive piece of terrain.
Almost there, almost there.
So now we've got 2. Now I always try and put these together too early, so I don't want to ruin doing it. So essentially,
so they're
it just
plug
push
and
fits.
play.
One of the things that we've
Gotcha.
discovered, the
Push fit
guys
terrain,
who
I'm
run
surprised
our
they haven't done
global
that
events
soon.
are really excited about this because it's going to enable them to put
Yeah,
together
people who paint on
large
sprue scare
battlefields
me.
very
Yeah,
quickly,
yeah,
and
yeah.
you can
No,
also
definitely. Hey,
unclip
Mishmash
these
painting.
things
What's
when you're ready
up?
to,
Mishmash,
and
how's
put
it
back
going?
into a relatively
So I think
small space.
Yeah, the
There
whole
you go.
thing actually.
When the
if
next
you
Halo
remove
stream,
the
it's coming,
kind of
don't
floor
worry.
off, then the whole thing. Oh, I need to clip out those a bit.
We need to do a bit more clipping.
Bit more
There you
clipping.
go.
Find a bit more clipping.
What?
If you take the floors out, the whole thing packs back into the box,
There you go.
pretty much. So that's pretty.
Fair enough.
Which is
I can
nice
crank
if you're
this up.
looking
I
for
just keep
somewhere
it
to
down
store your
because, you know, I want
models.
to talk over it. If my audio's too quiet, guys, just let me know.
Perfect. So one of the things I think that's quite nice about this is I speed painted my entire battlefield, but it took me all of a Saturday to build and then all of a Sunday to speed paint, and it's still not of the same quality as the completion on this. And so you've done the first building in what the amount of time it's taken us to talk about this. There we go, moving it around, and it really does look wonderful. You can see the bulkhead door and everything inside it. I couldn't be
Apologies.
more excited.
Yeah, I
about
think I'm pretty pleased with this. I'm quite pleased with the effect I've got on some of the glow there as well. I think
Let me
the dry
turn the
brushing
volume
Are you
I've
up.
achieved on
taking
this.
credit for this work?
Yeah, I just
Okay,
made
it
this.
should
You're
be
sorry.
a bit louder
Lovely.
now. How we sound?
Nice. So this is on its way later in the year. It will come behind all of the other starter products that we just talked about. And so you're looking more towards the autumn time or beyond, right?
Yeah,
Sound
and in
is
terms
perfect on my
of
phone.
price,
Okay,
this
I'll just
one
turn up the
comes
volume
in,
anyway,
It has
just
twice
in
as
case.
much terrain as
Anything
combat
goes
patrol
streams,
battlefield,
they'll
and it comes
be
in at a little
better.
bit more than the cost of 2.
They will be
There you
here,
go. So,
but they're going to be
yeah,
different.
really exciting. Whew. Okay, so
Okay.
we've talked about all of the starter sets. We've talked about all of the
Okay, let's do
already
this. Come on now.
very
Come
exciting.
on now.
I guess we should talk a little bit about the things that are coming along with the first Codex of
Yeah,
11th
we should
edition.
probably.
Okay.
So it's time to look at some orcs.
Okay.
Some wheels.
Oh, wait a sec.
Yourself a truck. I got
Okay,
some
new trucks.
Big
Okay.
trucks, bigger trucks, the best trucks.
All right.
Got all the gubbins and guns, grabbing claws, rammy bits, shooters, rockets, you name it. Remember,
You know, I should probably
walk in
have
is
this
for
muted
bits
because the music,
and
but I just don't
bobs.
care no more.
Go fast or go home.
Vehicles may explode when fired upon. Safety of transported boys is not guaranteed.
All
That was fun. It's a good time to be an orc this year, isn't it?
It is. They are getting absolutely spoiled.
Okay.
We can confirm today the first codex is orcs,
Mm-hmm.
and alongside the codex, there are a whole bunch of new miniatures. One of the most exciting miniatures on its way is that new truck and that new mech, which are on their
Should we
way.
talk about the mech first?
Let's do the mech first. So, orc mechs, those of you who know orcs will know.
Oh, it is
these
just a
are
new
the
orc
mechanics
mech.
that
That's kinda
basically put
dope,
together All
actually.
of the weird and wonderful creations that's going to battle alongside your orcs. They are surprisingly
I like
good.
that
Some
guy.
boys with
I
the
like
innate
that
knowledge to
guy.
just
That's a
make
good
awesome things
mech.
out of
That's a.
Gene
I like the
coded
little thing.
innate
This is a
kind of
lot of like
inherited
flavor
knowledge
to
in
it
terms of
too.
how to
I like that
make
he's chewing
things
a
like
whole
teleporters
bolt.
and trucks and guns and
I
shooters.
wish I had
and-
those skills.
I
I'd be
mean,
much
you know,
more
if you
useful
apply
around the
yourself, I'm
house.
sure you can do it. But yeah, this is a really cool miniature. It has a kind of really thematic. He's got a kind of spanner clobber thing there. He's got his slugger. But the thing that he really does is kind of bring with him
Yeah.
all of the awesome machines that make orc armies so
really
fun
like
to
that
play
gun.
in
It looks
Warhammer
so
40,000.
So with no
Cool.
further ado, let's talk about the truck then, which is maybe the star of that show.
Okay,
this
this
is the
truck looks
new
really
orc
nice.
truck. It's an evolution of the classic orc truck that you know and love. A little bit bigger, a few more options, and is really just wonderful to look at. It comes with a variety of options in terms of weapon mounts. You've got the
I love how
big shooter,
lopsided
you've
and
got the rocket
chunky
launcher,
that
you have
vehicle
options for
looks.
a grabber and a buzzsaw, and all of those can be swapped in
Unironically,
positions
the
on
old
top, so you
one
can build different
looked
configurations to have some great
bad.
variety in making your trucks.
Like
this is
the
a
contact
phenomenally
points
cool
were
miniature. Like,
terrible.
the
The
current
walls
truck
were
is
thin on it.
really
It just
cool,
looked
right?
bad.
Absolutely.
But the
truck
new
that is
one,
in
this
current
looks
orc
pretty
armies,
good.
is a
It's
perfectly
so
good vehicle, but
weird
it has
and-
it's been with
and
us for a long
bad,
time now,
but
right?
I
Like,
don't know.
it's
I like
been
the little
what,
goblin
15 years?
Something
with
like
a
that, yeah. It's
thing
been
of
around
a
for a while.
jig, I
This is
guess.
a beautiful reinvention of it. The thing that really makes this is the fact that you can build it in so many different ways. Where the pintle mount goes, where the close combat weapon goes, where the boys are
I
positioned.
like that
what the
they're
driver
implying
looks
it's like,
like.
oh, what
Even
does it
though on the
do?
screen you can
Whatever
see
you
the way it
want.
looks
Just
like
put
it's going
wherever.
around the corner 'cause you can alter the
Start
look of
duct
the
taping
Yeah, you can
bits
kind of
on.
play
It's
with
fine.
where the wheels are, and I think especially if you've gone for a really heavy sort
I
of Evil
mean,
Sons or Speed Freak
Not to
style army,
quote
and
my
you want to have a
everybody
bit
in
of
my
variety in
community
your
here,
force.
but like
This one kit
every
with very-
vehicle
with
is a
no changes at
Necromunda
all
vehicle.
from
If
what
I
comes
got
off
this, it just
can
didn't
be
put the
built
orcs in it. This is
enough times
easily
that you
just
would
like
never need to
a
replicate
Goliath
single
truck,
truck.
right?
So we've got a couple here on the desk. The one I'm most excited by is
Oh,
the one with
those are
this
pretty big. I like
awesome-looking
them.
Skull prow. at
They have
the
a really
front.
nice
It
silhouette
just
too. I like how
looks
low
so,
they
like,
are.
mean and orky. This sort of whole skull motif for the orcs is so iconic.
I
Yeah,
love
really
how the
fantastic.
wheels look
Now,
like they're
what
about
we
to
wanted
fucking
to do, the
come
reason we
off.
bought these
It's
along,
so
is
good.
so I can sandwich this little guy in
Making some
between them.
space in the parking
and
lot.
just
Yeah, the
show
grot
you,
with the
if you've already got some
thingamajig.
orc
Yeah,
trucks
there it
in
is.
how
It's
nice
like
they're gonna look. Don't want to mangle the models out.
it's a nice model.
I know, right?
but it's
So
definitely
this is how
showing
it
its
looks
age.
with the classic truck in between. It's a really good look. I think
Yeah,
people are going
if
to be
you've
very
already
happy.
got some trucks in your army, you can absolutely
Actually,
keep
yeah,
them
wait, no. The
alongside these
design
new
philosophy
ones.
is to make
I
sure.
think there's something to be said for an orc.
Let me just turn that down. Yeah, the design philosophy looks like to make sure that it can go with old trucks so that it doesn't, fuck up the vibe. So they do kind of have a similar silhouette. So you don't feel bad for having both. You know what I mean?
That's a couple of
I think that's pretty good. I really like these orcs. These are solid trucks. And the fact that there's so many different build options for it, even though, it's orcs, you could duct tape anything on anything and it's an orc vehicle. I think it looks good. So far, the 11th edition releases have been pretty nice. Like, just Space Marine stuff and whatever.
If the orcs do well in the Siege of Deathmire campaign that's currently running.
Yeah, they are a bit huge.
Send in your results. And you might get to see some more very, very.
There's a proud old truck. The contact points are indeed a hot mess. Yeah, I built one truck and I'll never do it again. I fucking hate them.
Essentially, if you wanted to pick up some of the things from
Okay,
Armageddon,
War
you
Track,
could
Big
take
Mech,
them.
DACA rig,
We're
gotcha.
going to be releasing the DACA rig separately, the War Track separately, and the Weird Boy separately, and also the other sort of
Alright.
command staff. Is that the right word for an orc?
Sure, why not?
So the Banner Knob, the Big Boss, and the Pain Boy will be released in a command crew set as well. So there's a whole bunch of extra stuff to come.
Okay.
We should probably talk a bit about the Codex itself, though,
Yes.
right? So,
All right.
obviously, this is the first Codex of 11th edition, and it heralds something really
Wait,
exciting. in
orcs
terms
are
of
getting
a
the first
format
Codex over
change
Space
for
Marines?
Warhammer 40,000.
Okay. Okay.
places. So here you can
know
see
what?
it's
Respect.
contained in a
Hell
slipcase,
yeah.
and we've got one live.
That's
in
a
front
that's
of
a
you.
good faith
So
move. I
it's
like
a
that.
perfect bound book, slightly smaller than the codexes in terms of.
Oh, they're doing softcover
height,
codexes.
but
All
it
right,
is
I like that
really
more
thick, and
because
it's
like hardcover
packed with
codexes
an
are just.
incredible amount of orky content.
178.
I get it.
pages.
It's like,
Perfect.
oh,
And,
it's
the first
it
thing
feels
that I
like
would
it's
like
more
to
value,
do
but
with
it's
you
like
guys on
they
is
take up so much space on the
incredible
shelf after you
quality,
have them for so many years. So having less space is really nice.
Really thick lore section, which is everything you would want to know about the orcs and how they operate.
I
It's
like
got
the
a
fact that they're
gatefold
doing
map, you can
fold-out
see here, which is
shit
the
too.
Orky perspective on the galaxy, all the places that the orcs are fighting, all the different
Oh,
wars that
yo,
are taking
it's
place.
it's
But there's a
the
lot more to it than
clitoris
that. It talks
malarium or
about
whatever the
orcs,
fuck
where
it
they
is.
come from, how they fight, their culture, the different clan structures. Literally the most
Yeah.
complete guide on orcs you could hope for, and perhaps the most information on orcs there's ever been in one place. Every unit gets its own full bestiary section, for example. Information on the glyphs, information.
Oh, it
on,
looks like
like,
it's
what
a hard
clan icons
spine,
and
but
things
it's
that,
still
like,
soft
really
cover, which
great.
that's
But
perfectly
also
fine. I
some
like
people might
that.
be interested in the rules.
Yeah, so one of the big changes to the rules in this codex versus the previous ones
Okay.
was in the last edition, there was quite a lot of rules in your codex, but quite a lot of them you couldn't use in all the different types of games. So if some of it you could only use in Crusade games, for example. All of the rules in this codex, and there are at least as many rules in this one as there were in the last one, you
Yeah.
can use in every type of game. One of the ways that that manifests, you'll immediately notice, is the amount of detachments that you get to play with. There are 15
There's
different
a
orc
mech,
detachments in this
mech
codex.
Dreadnought,
loads of
Dreadnought
ways to
Assault,
use
Blitz
Loads of different
Brigade,
ways to put your
Cult
army
of
together,
Speed,
ranging
Fly
from
Boys,
lots of
Brute
different sizes in terms
Bosses,
of detachment points.
Warband,
It gives you a huge
Wreckers,
variety of
Tactical
different ways that you can
Brigade,
potentially
Runt,
put an army
Runt
together.
Swarm,
Some of these
Runt
probably get
Swarm.
the themes. There are like
We got
some stompy
goblins.
ones, some stompy ones.
Yeah, the
Some
fly
We
of
got
them-
gives
goblins.
itself away. doesn't it?
Goblins
so
here,
there's
we
some
got
ones you
goblins.
could probably guess at, but there'll be loads of brand new ways that you could put together an orc army that's just never been possible before, and it gives you a sense of what codexes will feel like in the new edition, where they will bring this huge variety of list building opportunities.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's more to it than just the detachments. Obviously, the rules have been looked at by the Warhammer rules team, and they've come up with some things. This is the army special rule, essentially, isn't it?
Yeah, so war, right? You can't have war. You can't have an orc codex without a war. The war
War.
rule has changed a little bit. So
Reroll
there'll be some things that are
advances,
familiar. There's some slight
riled
changes.
up.
It still allows you to run and charge, but it now lets you reroll.
Goblins.
run as
Okay,
well.
that's super
It
flavorful.
also
I like
lets you
that.
have assault on all
I
of your
like that they
weapons, which is a
they
thing
didn't
that
get
you
rid
can
of
do. So
anything
that
from
means that
last
you've gone from, like,
edition. They just
shooting arms,
added
like speed
more
freaks,
and
you've got
then
loads of, like,
compounded
bikes
on it,
and
which is what I
things.
want.
Like stand back with flash kits
Yeah,
or
that's
whatever.
immediately really
Yeah,
useful.
15 detachments is pretty
and
crazy.
It also gives you the riled up ability, which triggers all sorts of things across all the sorts of different bits of the codex, where other
You can
units will
advance and
become more
charge.
powerful, and you still get
Now,
the
riled up
incredible
is pretty
saves.
cool because that means
It's a
now
really
you can
great
like
idea.
It's a
have
really,
rules that are
really
like,
good rule.
oh,
For one
this
turn
guy
of the
gets
game, you have
riled
the
up
bricks
instead of
for
saying,
every single
oh, this guy
Yeah, and
acts
then
as if
all of
he
the
is in the
units
wall.
within the codex have had their data sheets looked at. So here's the truck. that we just
Okay,
showed you
buzzsaw,
before,
that's
and you can see
good.
what's
Grab
gone
and
on with it, so you
claw,
can see the different weapon
capacity,
options and
12
things,
orc
to give
infantry,
a
so you can
sense
have a
of,
support
what
and a
it means
guy.
for your codex, I suppose.
Yeah, so
Cannot
what you'd
transport
expect, it still kind of has a
Gasgul or
similar-ish
mega armor.
stat
Oh,
line to
it
what the
can
truck
do
does
mega
at the
armor,
moment.
so you can
It is
do
a kind
like
of
mega
medium-sized
knobs or some
vehicle.
shit.
The things that you'll notice are that it has more weapon options than it used to, so you've got
Hmm.
options there for different combat weapons, different shooting weapons.
And piling out is quite a nice
Yeah,
thing, isn't
you've got a really cool little mechanic where if an enemy unit gets nearby, something like a unit of
Speed
fire
freaks
dragons or,
rule, which is
elimination or
nice.
something is ready to kind of eradicate. Sorry,
Dedicated
ready to kill your truck.
transport
You can pile the
vehicle,
boys out,
transport
ready to kind
frame.
of
I don't know
countercharge
what
or to avoid
frame
being caught
means,
in the
but we'll
explosion or
see.
something like that. It's a really useful little rule that's got some quite neat little tactical plays you can do with it. So I think trucks are going to be very
Okay,
useful.
I do
Yeah,
think it is
perfect.
like
And then in terms of other data sheets,
okay, as weird as it is, I do
looking
think it
forward
is
to
like
really
a
have something
genuinely
with a
nice addition
statline
that
blowout,
instead
it's
of
fair to say.
Yeah, there's
wait,
a lot
knobs are
going on
3
on,
wounds now.
this
That's
data
weird.
sheet, and I think
But yeah, I think it is
we've got
genuinely
all
like a
the
nice
stuff.
show
Yeah,
of good
that was
faith
the
that
moment
like
to record this.
they didn't
There's,
just make
the
it
first
so
one
oh we're getting rid of a bunch of all the detachments from the last edition and then just putting in a bunch of new ones that can functionally fill the same spot but they're not the same thing. No, they just put in the same, like they put in the same detachments, maybe with updated rules, and then just added more. I think that that's really nice of them to do because they didn't have to, but because of that, it means that like my roommate, he likes playing Dreadmob. If they took out Dreadmob, even though Dreadmob probably wasn't the best one because it was just a bunch of random rules, he can now still play it. And I think that that's really good. It's really nice that they did stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff in 11th edition that I'm liking so far. They're like, sure, across the board, not everybody's happy, but like as like
So
Like as an individual, I'm pretty happy with what they've been doing.
Beast snaggers and all
Though,
things like your knobs and war bosses and everything.
I don't know. They could be doing something
increase as
crazy
well.
soon, like being
So
like, "Oh yeah,
you're
Gazgul
already
Thraka's
pretty
in
scary
Legends, and we're
orcs
removing his
get
model
even scarier
forever."
all the time in close combat.
Fantastic. I think it just looks like a load of great information. I'm really excited
I'm gonna
about
have a
this
great
Codex.
time with this Codex.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have
Yeah.
a really good time.
And it
I know
heralds
that a
something
lot
really
of people
interesting.
were
The last thing
kinda-
to
okay.
talk about with the Codex is obviously in the back. Of
Okay,
it,
so a lot of people are
it's
kind of getting
put
like
into
black pilled
Warhammer
about like
40,000
11th
unlocked
edition,
classes.
and the
It
reason
does
why
have
is like
on top of that
you gotta remember that like GW's policies
to
are not
ongoing
always going to
content
just
for
be
your Warhammer
40K
Codex
gameplay.
throughout its lifespan.
40K is
The
whatever
regular
you put into it.
drops of
And I
lore
have a
and
lot of really great friends who
rules
just
that you
like
can continue
playing
to,
the game,
get
rolling
myself
some
into
dice.
the
I don't
Codex.
care if they update the rules the second the miniatures come out, as long as I can paint my boys up pretty, my Crimson Fists, to put them on the table, and then I can throw them at orcs in a terrain, and then we just not pay attention to ITC rules at all, and then just do whatever. I'm happy. And it looks like they're allowing more options to play different games. So I think that, like, if you're mad at 11th edition, I understand. But I feel like taking it a bit too seriously is a bad idea. You know what I mean?
We're going to segue into something which is quite interesting. We've talked a lot about ways to.
It seems like they are going to stop in the
Warhammer
Simping
started
4
with Warhammer 40,000. So let's talk a
competitive.
little
They're
bit
looking
about the
more
Warhammer
casual. Not
Academy.
narrative play, casual play. Which is something that a lot of people forget, that there is a difference between narrative and casual. I'm a casual player. I love narrative games, but casual... Oh my god. Are they doing, like, Lord of the Rings stuff? I can't play my super niche RPG list? You totally can. You just gotta do it. I don't know, just say shit. Okay, what are we doing here? We're still in 40k. My hope is slowly returning. Yeah, just have fun with it. Don't think about it too much. Just play the minis. Build
Wise wizard beneath the mountain. We are
Okay,
in
I gotta
search
let
of
this guy
enlightenment.
talk.
Long and difficult has been our journey, and many things are still hidden from us.
Tell me what you seek.
What is the difference between the Black Rage and the Red Thirst?
How do you get decals to lay smoothly on a Space Marine shoulder?
Yeah.
And how exactly do you use command points?
Ah! So you
Why
seek
is-
to learn the ways of Warhammer.
This, it's so crunchy. I'm trying to get this, like... Oh. Okay, wait a second. Warhammer Academy. We all start somewhere. Okay.
So, why is Wizard beneath the mountain? What is the Warhammer Academy?
I'm so glad you asked, Eddie. Warhammer Academy is a really exciting thing that we've been working on behind the scenes here at Games Workshop for a while now, and is the perfect way
excuse me.
to answer the question, how do I get started with Warhammer? The
Is
idea
this
is
just
that
like-
people can come to this website, which
Oh.
is free to use.
Sorry.
And they can get
$2
guided
from the
first
Brain
steps
Sturgeon.
on how to
I'll
begin,
answer your thing in a second. I
exploring
just want to hear what
Warhammer.
this is.
So there's going to be at launch like well over 100 videos, which are all video lessons that deal with the lore and collecting, with painting and modeling, and with gaming to get you on your first steps. I'm out of breath. I had to throw this costume on to get you started on your sort of first steps through Warhammer. When the website launches, it will focus on Warhammer 40,000 to coincide alongside all of these new starter products, so that people can like experience Warhammer for the first time and go through sort of learning all about the universe and what the factions and the armies are, and really going on that same journey that we've all been when we've been able to sit down with somebody and who's told us all about what Warhammer is. And then the painting team have put together these amazing videos that start really basic and then go all the way through to some really great techniques that will have your army looking fantastic. And then the gaming side takes it from the assumption you've never played a game of Warhammer before and takes you all the way through to playing your first games of Combat Patrol, which we played and had a lot of fun with. And so you should be able to have a wonderful experience. If you are completely new to Warhammer, or there's somebody in your life that wants to get started, this is a wonderful thing to point them towards when we launch it, and they'll be able to take their first steps. If you want to sharpen your own skills, we talk about, as we've been working on the Academy, the idea that you can build your skills, your confidence, and your experience to get the most out of this wonderful Warhammer hobby that we all enjoy. And so the whole purpose of this Academy, which is free to use, is to just get on board and sharpen those skills and your confidence and have a great time.
Sounds wonderful.
Nice. And the releases alongside those Warhammer 40,000 starter sets that we talked about previously. So not long now, a month or so, and then you'll be able to see Warhammer Academy for yourself.
Sounds great.
Perfect. I'm really excited. Right. Now I'm going to get out of this costume, and while we do, let's travel to the old world.
Okay. No Space Marine's crazy. Wait, no. Wait. Oh. Wait, what? What? Okay, I'm gonna see if I can bump this up to 1080p because it's so crunchy right now. Okay, Chaos Warriors. They're doing like a box? Okay. Oh wait. I gotta mute this, I forgot. The music will get me dinged and get the stream taken. Whoa, what? Whoa, whoa, whoa! Alright. Okay. Alright. Okay.
Welcome back. I've returned to normal, and we are now thrilled by some news for Warhammer the Old World. That was a great looking box of miniatures. There's a lot to talk about. We've got some of the models here to get close-ups on.
Oh, so it's not a versus box,
For now,
it's just
let's
a
dive into
Chaos
the new
Warriors
two-player
box. Okay.
box for
Oh, no, it
Warhammer
is.
the Old World.
New core
This
set,
features
okay.
two armies going head-to-head. You have the army of Grand Cathay going up against the Chaos Warriors.
All right.
So within it,
Two-headed,
you'll
so it's
see
not
in a moment
Golrock,
the
but it is
Cathay
close.
Force. This is Grand Cathay. They're fairly recent addition
Yeah, they're
to
quite new
Warhammer the
miniatures,
Old
aren't
World.
they, these ones?
And this is an army you'll have already seen before. So you've got the Jade Warriors, you've got the Jade Lancers, units that you'll be
Gotcha.
familiar with. And they're taking a big
Man,
part.
I wish
in
I
the
would
sort
like
of
it, but I'm
ongoing
saving up
struggles in the Old World
for.
at
I'm
the
saving
moment.
for.
They've dispatched an enormous force to aid against
I'm
the Chaos
saving for
invasion that's taking place.
Kislev.
It's a beautiful army. You've seen it before. The showstopper for this new box is the
Oh, yo, I love that.
all plastic Warriors of Chaos, which you'll find in the
Alright.
other half of this box set. So here you can see the
Okay.
Chaos Warriors themselves.
Yeah, this is an amazing update to
They do
your
look good.
Warhammer
They
Old
look
World
really good,
Warriors of Chaos.
actually.
Warriors of Chaos, of course, one of the archetypal villains, one of the archetypal visuals, really, of Warhammer, the Old World. This is a really cool army. All the bits in this are multi-part, and these are all brand new.
So I guess you could do
Yeah, absolutely.
Chosen
So
as
the
well.
Chaos Warriors are kind of the mainstay of the
If we
Warriors
see
Chaos Army.
halberds and great weapons, then yeah, we could
these
do
are
Chosen
elite
as well.
heavy infantry in the best armor that you can get in Warhammer the Old World, and they stride forward in ranks of hard-to-kill warriors, and they will deal punishment when they get there. Of course, they are but part
I play
of this
dwarves
new
and
force,
orcs,
the other
so like
part, and
I'm not
perhaps the
that
most
interested, but
iconic
I'm
of the
happy.
Warriors of Chaos
I'm happy
units
that
are
everybody
the
gets
Chaos
their
Knights.
thing.
These are super elite heavy cavalry. Inside this new box, you get 4 Chaos Knights. It's a classic size. If you remember days of yore, you're going back in time a long way now.
So you
The
know what
Chaos
this
Knights
means?
are
It's
often featured
ogres
in
for
this
AOS.
So you have what you'd expect: a champion, a musician,
An
a standard bearer, and
Exodites.
then an additional knight.
For,
They can
the
be
other
swapped out
one.
with the lances that you see here in the picture.
And
so
you can
do
add
big
into the
unit.
unit, obviously, and
Yeah,
make
absolutely.
it bigger.
Maybe.
You get 4 in
I
the
don't
box.
know.
You'll be able to get more as time goes on.
Oh,
So if you
wait a
want to
second.
build
That might
bigger
mean
units of
Exodite
Chaos
kill
Knights, you
team, which
certainly will be
is
able to.
less
Chaos Knights
which
are
is
some of
less
the hardest hitting and most dangerous
cool.
cavalry
But
units
whatever,
in
man.
all of Warhammer.
Whatever, man.
They're also just like the almost the archetypal heavy cavalry, right? Like
Yeah,
when
absolutely.
you build an army for Warhammer the Old World, you're like, well, I can take a charge, but could I take a charge from Chaos Knights?
Probably
it's like
not.
the
the
absolute
answer's usually
pinnacle
no,
of the
no.
hardest hitting unit. So lots of people,
But guns
very
kill
keen to
them
include this
quickly,
unit in their
right?
army if you've got a Chaos Force. So almost never see a Chaos army without a unit of Chaos Knights. They're just
Spearheaded
so
LVO again? Yeah,
Yeah,
of course,
absolutely.
Mish.
And
I'll
then the
totally
force
do
is
that.
led
I
by,
wanna.
some
I also
champions
just
of
want to
chaos.
play
You have
ghouls
one
and
on foot
rats
and one on a
more.
horse. This one here you can see is modelled as a
Oh,
battle
dude, I
standard
gotta get that
bearer.
Escher spearhead,
kit
the new
contains
one.
enough options that you can swap around the things. So in a moment, as
Okay.
we see the screen progress, you'll
BSB.
see some of the things you can do. It also
Mounted
has a
champion.
chaos champion on a demonic mount. This is my favourite model in the set. It is
It's a cool game,
beautiful
yeah, no,
and it's a
obviously, but
really
it's not one that
iconic
I like
image.
playing
I
too
think
much.
it
I have
looks
too many
like
games that
the
I play
artwork
anyway. So
of Chaos Warriors from some of those old Warhammer Fantasy
yeah.
army books, and the miniatures have finally got to the point where they can capture like the thing that you sort of imagined that Chaos Warriors you wanted them to look like all those years ago. It's just such a cool kit. I love the standard bearer as well. I think this champion kit is one of
Recruit
the
or
best
kill
sort
team
of
before an
hero
army.
kits that,
Yeah.
that Warhammer's yet
Still
released.
cool.
I don't
I'm
have a
not
Chaos
too
army,
mad.
for Warhammer. I never have.
I
but
buy
would really
fucking
like to get my hands on that.
for a
think it
while. That was
does
with the only new
beautifully.
releases for Leagues of Votann, and I like those
Let's
kits.
talk a little bit about that box. It's a 2-player core box for Warhammer the Old World. It's essentially what you need to start playing Warhammer the Old World if you haven't before. It's an enormous box.
So it's
It
not a
contains the
second
armies.
edition.
It also contains the rulebook and
Okay.
a muster list. The rulebook is the same rules as you currently
Okay,
use.
I
for Warhammer
like
the Old
that,
World. So if you're
actually.
not sat there worrying that this is going to change the rules that you're playing with, it won't. The difference really with this rulebook,
It's been a
and the rulebook
while
you
since
already
they've
have
done
if you're
something like
already
this,
playing
but
the
I
Old
really
World,
like
is
this,
that
actually.
The erratas and things that exist online are woven into this, so that should make life a little
You
bit
can bring
easier.
just this book, and you don't need to worry about any other documents. or anything. You can
Exactly.
just have
And
the-
then further to that, it has an additional section called Battle March, We'll talk more about that in a little
I
while.
saw another miniature when we were showing off some of that.
Yeah,
chaos
we'll
stuff.
just talk about the muster list before we go. Muster list is the rules for the models that are in the box. There you go. This is how to play Warhammer.
The new
all in one
logo
handy
looks good.
box.
Oh,
And
wait
it's
a
very
second. The
exciting.
logo's
We'll
on that.
continue The thing that we know and love. Now,
Let's talk dragons, Adam.
yeah, let's talk
Let's
dragons.
God damn
We're all
it.
very
The
excited.
logo's
This
on
might
the
be my
book
favourite
is
thing in the
funny.
entire preview.
I was like, wait
It
a
is
second. I
such a
recognize some of those. Those
showstopper
aren't in the game
model.
right now.
This is the Warriors of Chaos Lord on Chaos Dragon, and there's so much to talk about.
That's a
You just get the
really
sense
good
of the
dragon
size of it
model,
just from that
though.
shot where it was already taller than the 3-story.
Dude, I would
building
just
that's
take
behind
the
it. It
Chaos
is an
Lord off of that and
absolutely
have that as like
enormous,
a miniature
phenomenally
for
cool
other
miniature
games.
for Warhammer the Old World. I think probably the biggest monster we've had released yet.
It's got to be right up there, and there have been some fantastic kits since Warhammer the Old World launched.
I don't know. The skeleton
There's
dragon
things
was
to talk
pretty
about. But
big.
First, I want to just wax lyrical on how cool Chaos Dragons are.
Oh,
We've seen this
Jesus, I saw
image
how big
before
that
of
is.
Chaos Dragons with two heads.
That house in the
There
back,
used
I
to
actually
be
have
a,
that miniature
like a
because I collected a bunch of old
special
GW
Gal-
Blasted
Garrett,
terrain.
the
This
Chaos
is
Dragon, which
huge,
was the kind of one
actually.
that had eaten the Lord of Change, and then before that you had Von Horstmann,
That's right,
who
yeah.
was the kind of former College of Magic in the Empire
There you go.
character who was on a 2-headed Tzeentchian dragon. But that's a long time ago. We've
Hmm.
never had a plastic version of it. A plastic 2-headed Chaos Dragon has been a long time coming, and I think even though we've waited decades for it, this is worth the wait. This is a
Finally,
really cool
people
model.
are
It's also what we
respecting.
sometimes call a two for kit in that
I
you
just
can make
noticed
a
there's
different
a.
option with it. So you've seen the Chaos Lord. This is a Sorcerer
That's
Lord.
really cool.
And
Oh, the
there's some
heads, you can
differences. The
swap
first
them
is the
around.
rider,
That's really
obviously.
cute. I like
He's
that.
now a hunched and wizened Chaos Sorcerer, which is a powerful unit in its own right. It can be up to a level 4 wizard. He's not bad in a fight. He's backed up by a 2-headed Chaos Dragon. Everything you would
Yeah,
want
you're not going to
enjoy.
kill him with a light cavalry unit. Are you?
No, absolutely not. Additionally, there's some slight differences with the dragon itself. You'll notice that this one has sort of different frills and things.
They still have
so
the
if you
slim
wanted
build of the
two
OG
dragons,
dragons.
you could have
Yeah,
different
where they were
riders
kind
on
of
them and they would look a bit
serpent-y,
different.
right?
And then with a little bit of sort of paint magic, what you've got is two very striking different.
You can
Chaos
see the
dragons in your army.
influences of where this
Very
dragon's
exciting centerpiece
like
model.
iconography
The
came from.
Images
It's
that
very
the
cool.
Video team have put together here.
That book is
capture its
levitating.
majesty.
I like
It's
that. That's
possibly
cute.
even better in the flesh, and we have it on the desk here, so you can see it
That's
looming
really
over
cute.
some
I
of
like
these
that.
new Chaos Warrior models.
Yeah, one of the things we haven't mentioned as well is just next to the Chaos Dragon.
New
just right here,
Helldrake? I mean,
whichever
Helldrake has
one
to be
you don't
metal,
build.
though,
if
so
you
I feel
build the
like if you're
Chaos
going to
Lord
use
on the
this for
dragon,
a base for that,
you
it'd
get
have
a
to be
Chaos
like
Sorcerer Lord
a
on
major,
foot,
major
on
kit
foot.
bash.
And if you build the Sorcerer Lord on the dragon, you get a Chaos Lord on foot. So whatever
Oh,
way
that's
you build this,
so
you
good.
Get two very
Yeah, so
powerful.
these are the source-
Okay. So how are we feeling so far, guys? I'm feeling good. These are good reveals. A lot of rules that I really, really like. Nothing like blowing my mind yet, but a lot of these are really good. I'm just like, I don't care much about their explanation. I do like the look of everything. Wait, there's a giant miniature on that table. They haven't shown us yet. I see him. He's on the far left. Whatever. We'll see what that is in a second. Yeah, Evil Ass Floating Book, definitely. But yeah, no, these miniatures are pretty cool. Wait, who are you? Wait, let me... Oh, that's the guy on horseback, hey. Artist, the new stuff is a marriage of old and new designs. Yeah, no, it definitely is. I think the dragon is pretty cool. It's nice so far. Yeah, nothing's really got my attention so much, but everything's pretty cool. These are all really great models. Good for kit bashing. Nothing that I particularly play, but everything is so pretty good so far, right? I would buy the dragon just to paint it. I don't give a fuck about Old. Hey, Old World's a great game system. It just takes a lot of time to learn and play. It's not the most impenetrable system that Games Workshop has. That's still Necromunda, but yeah. Show me new Orc Boykers. The spirit of the Orcs were taking over there. Damn. This looks awesome. Yeah, they're pretty good. Oh, hey, they're bringing back the magic cards. Yeah, please. Thank you
cards
so
which
much.
enable you to do quick
Oh
reference
my
as you're
God.
playing your games and can be very useful. They're not required. Obviously, the rules for these things exist inside the book. There's also another thing that we said we would talk about a little bit. This is Battle March, the General's Companion. Now, Battle
Okay.
March is a new way to play games of Warhammer the Old World. The way
Okay.
this works is that you build smaller forces, not unlike Spearhead or Combat Patrol,
Okay.
between 400 and 700 points, and then you unleash them in games that are quicker to play and more straightforward. There's some rules in this companion which sort of detail how you make your force, so there's some limitations.
I'll give it a
you can
shot.
and
It seems
can't
like
take
it could
and
be
some
fun.
requirements, and then there's different scenarios to play. The rules for Battle March are in the new rulebook, and there's those rules and more information and more scenarios and ways
So-
to play.
I'm gonna be real. Them releasing the magic cards is so overdue. genuinely, it has been like when they released 11th edition, they released the cards as like a temporary bonus edition thing. Oh, look at you get these, but they're single-handedly one of the most useful thing I have ever seen. So yeah, sorry man, it's so fucked that it's not like commonly available right now. So the fact that they're releasing it's really nice. Any more 40k stuff?
There's
Yeah,
new
they're good.
bots,
They have to
and
do
then you
kill
have
teams
nice big
soon.
armies
So
if you wanted to play
Yeah,
large
we were
games.
talking
Tried to see
about
if you had
if
a
you add
Death,
either of these boxes
Spectres
onto
video,
your
but
the
couldn't
new
find one. I
sets
think
coming
I
out
did
with the
them.
Warriors of Chaos and
I
the
don't
Army of
know
Grand
actually.
Cafe.
Oh no, I haven't. They're
And
on
then
the
you add
list
something
though.
like
They're on the
a
list for
monster,
soon.
like a two-headed dragon.
Yeah, or a
You've
Cathayan dragon.
or a
perhaps,
Cathayan
yeah.
dragon. You've pretty much got an army ready to go.
Yeah.
These are really lovely places to start a force or
Battle March
just a really good way
armies.
to bolt
Okay,
on
so
local
now
troops onto
GW's
an army.
taking the game
Yeah,
system
absolutely.
seriously, like the old
There's
world, and
also
releasing
more coming
these.
for the old world. This is the Arcane Journal, The March of Chaos.
Okay.
This continues the narrative that we're seeing unfold in the old world at the moment. The Chainbreaker, this Chaos Lord, is descending from the north with an enormous throng. They're ploughing through the northern provinces of the Empire. Even the forces of Grand Cathay have been called in, volunteered themselves to come in and try and stave off this invasion, and it's a grim affair.
I'm tired,
Magic is being
guys.
fired around everywhere. So that card deck is for magic ploys.
I gotta
which,
slam back
the winter magic are
energy
blowing so
ring
furiously
here.
that there's loads of different magic escapades and things to get on with. It's a really good time to be playing Warhammer Old World right now.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the narrative they're kind of weaving as well about all these different invasions leading up to a big war. Some would say a great war.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh, I like that. That was a good deep cut if you know your Warhammer history. So, slight segue. It's not quite the old world, but it's very similar. Let's talk about Blood Bowl for a minute.
Yay!
Blood Bowl is the game of fantasy football, and there is some really exciting things to show with the release of the new Spike Journal. This is Spike Journal 22. Blood
Hell
Bowl
yeah.
7s is the theme. What's Blood Bowl 7s? I hear you ask. Well, I'm
What's
glad
Blood Bowl
you did.
7s, Adam?
There you go. Perfect. Blood Bowl 7s is essentially a way of playing Blood Bowl, which is akin to like rugby 7s or five-a-side football. So you're
don't know
compacting your
sports,
team,
dude.
you're
I'm
playing
so
faster
sorry.
games on a smaller pitch. It's very frenetic. It really changes quite a lot of the,
Oh, so it's
the
just
tactics and the ways that you
Blood Bowl
play,
Spearhead.
and
Yeah.
makes for a entirely different and very fun experience.
I'm fine as long as they're like taking it
You
seriously,
get 4
right?
of your positionals in this game, so you've got quite a lot of skills and things on the tabletop, and it's just a lot of fun. I'm excited for this, but I'm even more excited for what we're about to show you, which is some fantastic new Blood Bowl miniatures. The first of which is a new big one available for several teams. This is the Rat Ogre.
I
Oh,
love
new Rat
this
Ogre.
model. I think the thing that I most love about
Hell
it is if
yeah.
you look on his shoulder, he
Roid
has a
Rat!
penis with a piece of cheese
Roid
and
Rat!
his tail.
That is beautiful, but is it better or as good as a rat wearing a gas mask and carrying a lump of warp stone?
It's very close, and I think you'll have to make that decision for yourself
Roid
to
Rat!
get hold of your own Rat Ogre. I
you
think the cheese
could
takes
build
it.
your Rat Ogre without either of those rats, but boo.
I mean, you could if you wanted to
Like-
not have a rat on his shoulder. You guess.
Roid
you could
Rat,
The
do
funny
it.
is,
Roid
Does
Rat,
anyone want that?
Roid
This is
Rat,
also a great
Roid
model,
Rat.
But if you're not taking one of the rats, I think you've gone mad. This is available for a number of teams. Obviously, you can use it in the Skaven team, but also the Underworld Denizens and the Chaos Renegade teams. If you want some real muscle to go in there and just clobber the enemy, break the enemy.
Big
lines,
fan.
your,
I like Big Claw.
Team can run
Claw
through
rat.
The
those.
mutation options in there.
Roid
as well.
Rat.
absolutely.
Oh, the little rat with the
Speaking
tiny
of
gas
villains, there's
mask.
another
He's
one
kind of
on the
cute.
way. This is a
Minotaur.
Or
Okay.
Minotaur.
Yeah, absolutely.
Plastic kid, I'm hoping.
This is another one of those iconic, heavy-hitting Blood Bowl units, and it's again available for a variety of Blood Bowl
Yeah, that's
teams.
kind of ugly.
You
I don't
can
like
use it in
that
the
one.
Chaos Chosen,
Take it
you can use
away.
the Chaos Dwarf list. You can
I don't like
use it in
seeing
the
that
Chaos
one
Renegade
anymore.
teams.
Makes me uncomfortable.
And here you can see the different ways
Oh,
you can build
yo.
it to fit more in with the teams that you're used to using.
Yeah, so this one
Man.
here on the screen at the moment, rather than hands,
How does
or
he
even
wipe his
hooves, has
ass?
got kind of
Yeah,
scorpion
why
claws.
catch the ball, right?
Yeah, he's not going to do much catching, but he might do even better clobbering than a regular Minotaur.
Yeah, no kidding. Now, those are
Minotaur.
wonderful. The thing I'm most excited about, not just for this Blood Bowl reveal, but maybe in all of Blood Bowl, is our next reveal.
He is your favourite, Adam.
Morgan
Called
Thorg
it.
is my favourite thing
I
about Blood
called
Bowl.
it.
I
I
absolutely love him.
fucking
He's been
called
an
it.
iconic character from like right from the start. There is a new multi-part plastic Morgan Thorg model coming, and he is
Multi-part plastic
wonderful.
Morgan
I
Thorg.
to make him in one of 3 very iconic designs. Here you can see the Reichland Reavers one, which
Ah.
really sort of connects to that iconic artwork that we've.
Oh,
used to
yo,
see
you
with
can
Morgan.
paint.
Here is
Okay,
another
you can
version.
armor
This is
him
in his
depending on what
gouged
era
eye,
you want him to
motif
be
when he
and
played
what
for an
team
Orc
he can be
You
included
see
in.
that
That's
big orc,
hilarious.
charms and things around his neck. This is for the Chaos All Stars when he played with that.
Yeah,
team.
'cause
That
he
was his
played with
first
them,
ever team.
so
He's still got
that's
hair.
actually
And
really
you can see he's
cute.
also got each of the Chaos Gods icons on his little chain around his.
Okay, I really like that they're making it so that you can get this guy and paint him for your team, but have him wear specific armor to your team. That's really cute. I think that's really neat. and he's obviously a big guy.
I love him. He's so
For
good.
you.
He hits like a freight train. He's really heavily armored. He's got great skills, mighty blow, loads of armor, everything you could possibly want, and he costs a load of points. So halflings are really cheap. So you
Can he
stack
throw
a load of-
halflings?
He can throw a halfling. In fact, my halfling, my favorite halfling, Captain Colin Head, scored many a touchdown and nearly died as he would be lobbed down the pitch. I could talk
Is
about
Blood Bowl
Morg for far too
popular?
long. It's coming
Surprisingly
soon.
high amount
Very
of support.
excited. Please
Yeah,
let me
Blood
have
Bowl's
one.
pretty
Let's look at
popular
the
because it's
models.
just consistently
Okay,
very
these are the
fun.
Morgs.
There we go. These are the beautiful heavy
Man,
metal
the
painted
Morgan
Morg models,
Thorgs have
and here you
so
can
much
see,
character,
what
each
they
of
look
them.
like. So
I love the
going,
Chaos
sort of
one's
from this side
devious little
onwards,
grin.
This is more. Were you to build him in that sort of gouged eye look, and you see his armor looks like the sort of armor that sort of.
That's
Black
him
Orcs wear.
working
got
in the
different armor,
Orcs,
different
and then
heads,
the Reichland
different
Reavers,
chest
and then
plates. You've got a bunch
Chaos.
of
That's
different
cute. I
options.
like
and
that.
then this is
That's
Morg with the
cool.
Reichland Reavers uniform, and then.
From I think the first edition Blood Bowl.
Oh
or
yeah,
was it
a
second?
number of them really. I think he's appeared on a couple of covers, and then if you wanted to do him as Chaos All Stars, you'd use this one. But ultimately, build your.
Yeah,
Morg
the quality's not too great.
There you go.
We have the other models on the table as well. You can see the Minotaur, a Rat Ogre, and then another Minotaur.
I like
These
that
are
Rat
all
Ogre.
shocking models.
That's
Yeah,
a
really
nice
good
Rat
power
of the
Ogre.
average lineman.
Right with the cheese there.
There you go. That's the real star of the
That's
show.
he's the
right
star, yeah.
Perfect. So there we go. A good time for Blood Bowl. 3 amazing new big characters coming your way. A new way
Excuse
to play
me.
Blood Bowl in the new Spike Journal.
I'm
very
fading
excited
fast,
about this.
fellas. I gotta get
We are
something into me.
nowhere near done with this preview.
Let's keep going.
Right.
God, we're
Why
only
don't
like
we go
halfway.
to the Age of Darkness?
Oh, ba. Hell yeah. I had to mute that quickly. Okay, Custodes are now getting multi-part plastic of... Oh, God, they needed the Gyre Falcon jet bikes. They really needed that. Because those are really expensive. Grav tanks, plastic. Telemon plastic? Telemon plastic. That's... I don't like that. That's scary. Suck our video. Praise be. Yeah. Okay.
Welcome back. We have really excited to talk now about the Adeptus Custodes or Legio Custodes.
Well,
Which one is it, Eddie?
It's both, Adam, because
Perfect.
the new box set that's on its way
I like
is
this.
a
That's a
reinforcement set for the
gigantic
Custodes,
dreadnought.
and you can use it for either Warhammer the Horus Heresy or Warhammer 40,000. And just in case you didn't believe us, we put the logos on the box.
It couldn't be
there's
clearer.
Oh,
no
hey,
confusion.
that's
You can
awesome.
absolutely
They're
use
now
this
doing the
for
fusion
either
boxes.
game
I like
system.
that. That's
there are
cute.
6 models in
Oh,
this
wait a
box, which doesn't
second.
sound like a lot,
Okay,
but when
Until
you
you
okay.
realize how big they are.
Okay, wait a second. Wait a second. Okay, wait a second here. That is genuinely the most non-GW move I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, GW has had this policy for the last couple years where they would put, like, they're trying to remove all factions that can be included in multiple games out of, like, individual games and making it so that they're only available in one. Like, I thought that's what they were doing with the new Custodes. They were making it so that you could only play them in one game by giving them 2 different scales. But now that they're like, no, you can play them both in both games. Again, another good faith move on GW. That means 11th edition is, I'm optimistic. That's actually really nice. That's now, again, they could still keep doing what they're doing, but like, I think it looks nice so far. I think it looks pretty cool. That's a really nice move of theirs. So far, I'm not, like, nothing's really grabbing me here, but like everything is giving me like a good vibe, you know?
Or you can actually go, I just want them all to be really good at killing vehicles, give them the best thing.
I mean,
because
yeah,
I'm
it's just
specifically
demons,
writing
but
that I'm
also,
interested
like,
in.
Yeah, all of them.
They've been doing
also
it with
have
like a
a
lot of
Solar
other
Power Lance,
factions.
which is a
So
formidable
being able to
power
play
weapon.
both
It's
in
Especially
40k and the
enormous.
Horus
The
Heresy is
Solar
like a really
Lance,
nice
I'm-
thing.
it's about 3 times the
I've
length
only
of the
ever
Space
seen that
Marine.
for
I
demons.
reckon
Well,
you
you've
could
also
just
got
about 5 Chaos
Age of
Space Marines, I
Sigmar,
think.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's 4
Beastmen,
of these inside the
and
set, which is
Fantasy
a
Beastmen.
brilliant
Skaven and
unit
Age of
to
Sigmar
go
and
spearhead
Skaven
around
in
the
there.
battlefield
And a lot of
and
it's like the
just,
fantasy
bring pain to the enemy.
crossovers.
It's not the only thing that
Primaris
we trust in this
Marines
box.
in
We also have the
40k
Palace
versus
Gravitas.
the Mark
Yeah, the Palace
3
Gravitas
Marines
is a
in the Horus
fast-moving
Heresy. You know,
skimmer
there
for
is
the
differences,
Custodes.
but it seems
You
like
can,
they're
kit it out
kind of
with
going
either
back and forth, which
anti-infantry
is
or
nice.
anti-vehicle stuff. It works a little bit like a land speed is probably the way to think about it, and it's very useful for Custodes because you tend to have a lot of very expensive models,
Yeah,
so you don't
a
have very
lot of
many
models,
small
yeah, okay.
units. So this can zip around the battlefield, taking objectives, getting the enemy where they're hiding. In
Here
a way
comes
that your
Exodites.
infantry,
Yeah, I'm kind
is
of
very
feeling it.
good
I'm
at holding
excited
ground,
to
but
see
not
where they
very
go.
good
I
at
think that might be the
chasing
last
stuff.
thing if they're
Yeah,
doing
and
a
this
full
is another
faction
one-
for
another
them.
one of those units you can use
But
to
if it's
sort
just
of cater
one
for
unit of
where you
Dino
think
Riders,
you
like
might
Cold
need
One
additional
Riders, I'd be like,
strength,
okay,
has
this
2
might be them
weapons to choose
testing the
from,
waters,
twin
right?
Arachnus Blaze Cannon or the twin Iliastus Accelerator.
AOS doesn't have Beastmen anymore.
In a hurry. So you can
For
tailor
now,
your
I'm
full-
feeling it in
your,
my
Palace
bones. I'm
to
feeling it in my Arthur bones.
Well, I think the model, the
showstopper.
showstopper of this box is undoubtedly the Telmon Dreadnought. This is a brand new multi-part plastic
that
kit.
looks so beautiful.
A reinvention of the resin version, the already very nice resin version of the Telmon Dreadnought, but in glorious multi-part plastic, keeping all the posability with even more detail and even more weapon options.
Yeah, speaking of weapon options, I'll walk you through them. Between its shoulder blades, you can see the Spiculus missile launcher.
The fuck you just
but
called
there
me?
are other weapon options too. Here you can see the Iliastus Accelerator Culverin.
You
the
can't
Adrastic
say those.
Devastator, and
You're
the
just making up
Arachnos
words.
Storm Cannon. On his other hand, so you can build those as you will, choose the one that suits your loadout. On the other hand, you have the Kestus, that's essentially fancy Legio Custodes terms for Power Fist, with twin neutronium cascade projector. So it's a bit like a flamethrower, but with neutroniums.
Absolutely. Neutronium's more deadly than flame, apparently.
Gotta
So
be,
there you go.
right?
One of those guns is, of course, new. The one that's currently equipped, the name escapes me, sorry.
Oh, I think you are talking about the Iliastus Accelerator
Oh,
Culverin.
yeah, exactly that one. And this is just a really beautiful kit, right? So you could paint this up very quickly if you wanted to, like a gold spray and then a wash would make it look beautiful. But equally, if you wanted to take your time over all the detail of this, it is absolutely dripping in detail, more detail even than was on some of those.
Okay, I'm gonna let the
resin
Custodes
versions
thing
of this when it came out.
play.
We
'Cause I'm
have
not
one
that
on the
interested
table,
in it.
and we
I
brought
gotta
along some
pee.
other
I will be
dreadnoughts,
right back.
so you could sort of see how it scales up.
Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. This Telmon Dreadnought is ever so slightly larger than the resin one. So we brought a Leviathan Dreadnought.
Do you remember when you saw a Leviathan for the first time and thought, you'll never get a big
Nothing
than
could
that?
ever be
Yeah,
cooler than a
absolutely.
Leviathan Dreadnought. And he's still pretty cool. I like
Yeah,
Leviathans
absolutely.
a lot. But the Telmon Dreadnought stands a good head above the even the Leviathan.
And with last summer's release, lots of people may have got their hands on a Saturnine Dreadnought, and here you can see there's some similarity between these two in terms of the shape of the shoulder pads and things. The Telmon is a little taller. The Saturnine is a little bit broader.
Yeah, absolutely. So this one definitely is got more mass to it. Like the weight of it looks heavy, but the Telmon stands ever so slightly taller, which might just mean that the Custodes didn't want to kind of ever look up at a Space Marine. I think that's probably the point, isn't it?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
I like it. So all of these models that we've talked about, so the Gerfalcon jet bikes, the Pallas Gravitac, and the Telmon Dreadnought will be available in plastic for the first time as part of this box set, and then available separately later down the line.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you can use them, definitely use them for both
I'm back,
Warhammer
I'm back,
40,000 and Warhammer Horus.
You absolutely can. One of the new detachments for the Custodes in Warhammer 40,000 has some specific upgrades for Telmon Dreadnoughts as well. So there is.
Great, nice. So that's not everything for the Age of Darkness. We also have a new Journal Tactica on the way. This is Journal Tactica Prospero Burns, the Judgment of Valdor, and this deals with the actions of Constantine Valdor and the Legio Custodes during the burning
Remember
of
when we
Prospero,
thought box
when
knots
they
were big?
joined forces
No,
with the Space
I'm
Wolves
sorry,
to
I haven't
bring
been in
judgment
the
to
hobby
Magnus
since
and his errant sons.
I don't know.
Yeah, we know quite a lot about the burning of Prospero. We've seen it from the Thousand Suns
fair.
perspective.
You know
We've
what,
seen
I'm
it
just
from the
being
Space
rude.
Force
I'm being
perspective. We know that the Custodes were there, but we haven't really heard much about what the Custodes were up to. And this explores that. You kind of find out what they were doing while the two legions were taking chunks out of each other. One of the things that's quite cool about it is that the Custodes obviously on one side. On the other side, there are some Thousand Suns, but the main antagonist really for them is a demonic foe.
Yeah, absolutely. For the first time, this presents for this edition a full army list for the Demons of Siege, including new psychic disciplines. So you can start using the warp denizens of the patron who is presiding over the ruin of the Thousand Suns.
Okay.
see
Or
you're
salvation.
making up words.
No,
None of that
exactly.
makes
It
They
probably
haven't come in,
is
it's not what they
making
deserve.
up, yeah.
There's even more stuff in there than we've talked about here. There's some new rules for the Solo Auxilia. There's a whole bunch of stuff. This is a packed Journal Tactica, which really shines a light on an area of the Horus Heresy we've not looked at before. So it's quite exciting.
And that's the best kind of Horus Heresy games. Ones where you're going back to those iconic moments in the lore and refighting it. Like, what if it was a little bit different? What if you had a slightly different mix? What if the tactics were different?
Yeah, absolutely.
Recreating those amazing stories is what it's all about.
So, sticking with the Age of Darkness, but going a bit smaller as we look at some Legions Imperialis.
Or possibly bigger.
But yes, bigger and smaller at the same time. We have three
What?
models we're going to talk about now. These are models for the
Oh
Titan
god,
Legions.
this is just the
Warlord
size of a
Battle
normal
Titan with
knight.
Cannon and conversion beam extirpator. To extirpate means to destroy utterly, and that is what the weapon loadout on this Warlord Titan will do.
That's so
as you
funny.
see
I
this
love it
video
when they
playing
add the
before, you can
Warlord
see what
Titans.
all the different weapons are. There's a whole bunch, and they have really long and difficult to say live on air names, such as
But
the
you should still
conversion
try,
beam
I think.
extirpator. So this is a kit which will come packaged all together. So you get the Warlord Titan and all of these weapons. It includes some extra bits and pieces. So there's some guns to go on the turrets. You've got Gatling blasters and turbo laser destructors. You have 2 Warlord heads inside the kit, and it also contains all the cards you would need to use this if you were playing Adeptus Titanicus.
Nice.
If you just want the weapons, they'll be available separately. You just won't get all the cards.
Castilian proxy.
Cool.
That's funny.
This is one of 3 things we're going to talk about. The next one is the Warlord Battle Titan with Volkite Destructor and Macro Gatling Blaster. Again,
God,
nothing to
please
say
show
too
me the
quickly on a Friday
size.
night.
Please,
Here
please,
is
please,
another
please. It'd be
towering,
so
God
funny.
engine of the Titan Legions. It has a whole bunch of different weapons, which you can see playing out on your screen. They include the Graviton Ruinator, which you can see here. It's the biggest.
The
Graviton we've ever
Ruinator.
seen.
Not gonna put the
Destructor, Macro
Burninator on that.
Vulcan
We're not gonna
Megabolter
evoke
Array
his name,
on
even
the
though we already
shoulders.
did.
It also includes a Warlord Titan heads and those cards I mentioned before.
The
if you wanted to
Constipator,
play,
yeah.
uh,
Never poop again, as you
Titanic.
just
But Alan,
blast
what if
them
I
in.
had a slightly smaller
after
Titan
3
but
weeks
still
they
wanted
pop.
loads of massive guns?
and complicated names, then
That was
you are going
vile,
to
I'm
be fine because
sorry.
this is the Titan Legions Reaver Titan with Graviton Obliterator and Volkite Annihilator, a mid-sized Titan that packs an incredible punch with weapons such as the aforementioned Graviton Obliterator, the Volkite Annihilator. It also has a Vulcan Megabolter option for its carapace, and you just saw it there. My favorite.
I like the
possibly
look of the
all
Reaver
ones we've
Titan.
had
It's
this
always been a
evening,
fun,
which is the
fun-looking
Conversion
thing.
Beam Dissolutor.
Those are some cool guns and some great verbs.
Yeah, it also has a Reaver head.
Some
like
great
in,
verbs.
Adeptus
The
Titanicus.
Detonator Beam.
And you
Yeah.
can get the weapon separately should you
Just call
design
it
them
the
or tell
like
us what's wrong with
gun
you.
that kills you, and
there we
I
go.
get it. It's the
Pretty
same energy,
exciting
right?
Should you play Little Heresy?
Absolutely.
There we go. I need to take a breather. Now might be the time to talk a little bit about something coming to Warhammer Plus very soon.
Oh my
There is a new animation.
fucking
Look
God,
at the
you're
butcher's
really-
nails.
Cool. Chaos, Charybdis, Dreadclaw, so this is legionary shit. Nice. Now you should give us a first-person shooter that's in the same style that is in Deathwing. It'd be kind of cool, right? Nah. You might think you have a better weapon name than that, but like I have a
Can you tell us about
I have a
butcher's
fire.
nails?
Yeah, this is-
okay, who cares? I have a fire starter mech for BattleTech that I call the Cum Buster. So I'm sorry, you can't beat that. A fire starter. He's here to cum bust you. You can never beat the
It
Cum
is
Buster. I'm sorry.
incredibly violent.
He's
It
a
is by
mythical entity.
Some
Very
margin, the
dangerous
bloodiest
too.
and most violent piece of Warhammer animation we have yet featured on Warhammer TV, and
I'm
it
so
is pretty
sorry.
much non-stop carnage from the moment that the shots open to the final battles.
Fantastic. Here you can see a shot that we saw something like this in the trailer. This looks like the head-up display inside the helmet of the World Eater.
Yeah, so not all of it, but some of the animation is shown from the literal perspective of the World Eater, who is obviously a little bit unhinged. The butcher's nails are starting to bite. If he doesn't get
just a wee
continuous
bit.
kills and carnage, he starts to go kind of slowly insane. And he basically is chopping his way through as many enemies as he can find,
Man, a
partly to try and achieve
first-person
victory,
shooter
but
like
mostly
this
just
would
to
be
try and
really
make the
cool.
whining of the nails cease even for the briefest of moments.
Fantastic. And we got a sense of who is fighting, but what's the battle between who?
I mean, he almost really he doesn't really mind what the battle is.
anybody's
Really, Khorne doesn't care as long as the blood flows. There are definitely some Astra Militarum. There's some guardsmen, some unfortunate guardsmen who have to stand up against the Khorne Berserker.
Space Marines of the Imperial
There are
Fist,
some Space Marines of the Imperial Fist. There's some other Chaos Space Marines in the mix
who I'm sure
as well.
don't get in the way
They'll
at
get
all.
on fine, I'm sure.
Lovely.
You know, it's not like they're known for betrayal or anything. It's all good. But
Fantastic.
yes, it's going to be a non-stop action carnage fest. It's a really fun animation.
Perfect. And coming out fairly soon.
It comes out in August.
If
Awesome.
I remember
That's very
correctly,
exciting.
Karn
So,
was the only one that
from,
had the kill
the
counter.
Butcher's
That could be
Nails
wrong.
and Warhammer Plus, let's go to the mortal realms for something more.
Orc, ogres, ogres. A voice in our ears, but the maw. They relish the sound of his call. They hunker and feast on any man, any beast, doesn't matter. We'll snack on them all. Holy shit, those poses are nice. Those are nice. I like these.
Is the hunger that endures through winter.
Oh, I like that menacing dude, like the Darth Sidious ogre. He looks kind of cool.
He calls
New
us to
Butcher, big
feast,
fan.
to
Or sorry,
swallow the
Red the Maw is his name. Okay.
Eat, eat,
That's a fat fucking ogre. Holy shit. Gut seers. I like that. Alright, alright. I like these. I'm kind of in. I'm not going to play them, but like, I'm happy for other people. Because like this is actually like a really good... Wait a second. What do we got here? No,
That was
don't you
very
fucking...
exciting to see
No,
such
you
a
dickhead.
large
I was
amount of
actually like
models coming
super
into the
excited.
Immortal
Because
realms
that's
to the
probably a
Ogre
Thunder
Tribes.
Tusk or
Eddie,
some
where do
shit,
we
right?
start?
I am super excited about this release. This is an enormous range refresh for the Ogre Moor tribes. There's so much to talk about. I think let's start with the army
I
set,
really
which is
like
coming
the
out.
way these
This is the
looks.
first place you'll get a chance to get your hands on some of the new miniatures. This is an enormous army launch set. A little
those-
bit
I don't know
we've
what
seen
they're
with some
riding,
of
but
the
those look
armies
great.
Yeah, like
recently.
the Hellsmiths and so
Like,
on.
exactly like the Hellsmith, same sort of concept. You get a cool version of the Battle Tome and the first chance to get hold of
Oh
a bunch
god,
of
the
the
ogres are
miniatures.
learning
Let's have
magic?
a quick
Oh,
chat
you
about some of
wish
the
you
stuff
were
in this
right.
set.
Sure. So first out the
ogres
gates would
have
be
learned
sort of the
magic for a
mainstay
long
unit for
time.
the Ogre Moor tribes. These are the
Gut
gluttons,
magic.
the sort of replacement or refresh of what in old days you might have called Ogre Bulls, and boy do they look good.
Yeah, the Ogre Bulls are still really
I
cool models.
like the
but
look
they
of those
are,
helmets because it
they've
looks
been around
like they
for a
just
while now.
got
They're more than
mashed
20
onto
years old.
their
Shocked me
heads.
with
Yeah,
that
I'm
when I
sorry about
realised
that,
how old
Adam.
I was. Yeah.
So they are well and truly deserving of a
hand.
refresh. This is a really cool update for them.
I
They
like the
still
new
keep
gut
kind of
plates.
general
Those are really
aesthetic of the Ogre Bulls, but
respectably
they're much more
large
dynamic,
gut
a little bit bigger.
plates.
The armor plates are much more impressive.
I really like the shape of the helmets. They look like they're designed to deflect sort of downward blows.
Yeah, and
away
if
from
you
the
remember, like
shoulders as
Yeah.
well.
the first time those models came out, they were designed for Warhammer Fantasy, where they'd have to rank up. So actually, the poses were quite sort of
Yeah.
limiting on a
They're
lot of
very
the
dynamic,
miniatures.
aren't
they?
These are
Yeah.
much like cooler, more impressive poses. Even things
I like that
having
he
those
just
arms
basically
out,
duct taped a bunch of
they just
rocks
look
to a
really
stick,
great.
and
The
that's his
detail on them
weapon.
is obviously 20 years on from
Big
the last
ass
time we saw,
sword,
the Ogre
big
Bulls. So these are
ogre.
really, really cool miniatures. You get 10 of these in that launch box. This is only the most basic of the Ogre Moor tribes units.
Fantastic.
Let's move on to
The new Iron Guts look
Yeah, so
really
mine too.
good.
I think
I
the
really
Iron
like
Guts
the
have always looked
proportions
really
of
cool, and
those.
these are even cooler if possible. The Iron Guts are an elite ogre unit.
Gross
They
ass
carry
teeth, though.
enormous weapons.
I
and
don't
they
like how
wear
they
more armor,
painted.
so
I
you
don't
can
like
see
how
those
they
armor
painted the
plates on
teeth, where
arms
they
going
did
all
like
the
a
way up to the
black
shoulders.
over or like a dark
Their
brown, and then
helmets
they
are a
just
little
did
bit
like
fancy,
a
but these
light
massive
over.
two-handed weapons.
They look
the
like they
teeth.
mean absolute business,
Yeah.
right?
But
Like
other
the
than that, I
size
think
of
they look
those
great.
weapons, and again, much
The armor
more
looks
dynamic.
great.
But those blades are about twice the size of a mortal human, right? So they're going to make
That's
an
yeah. Those
absolute
are
mess.
probably
They already
gigantic
are an
too.
excellent unit in Warhammer Age of Sigmar. They're still an excellent unit, and now the miniatures are even better as well.
Yeah, absolutely. To keep
Yeah,
this
I
rabble
love
in
the look of
line, you
that.
need an Ogre Tyrant. So this model is a multi-part kit. It
I
enables you to
love the
build him in a
posing of
couple of
that,
ways.
and I love the
Essentially,
fucking face
a
sculpt too. It
really
looks really
powerful,
nice.
heavy-hitting ogre character. Here you can see a couple of the options. I love this one with the fur
I like the
cloak. It
top
sort of
knot,
fits
but
into
I normally don't like
the,
top knots, but I like the little
more sort of,
weird one he's got there.
huntery style thing you can do with an ogre army, where you want to focus more on the beast if you want to, or you can go full gutbuster with this
Oh,
one.
his skin's all
whichever
craggy.
you
I like
prefer.
that.
Yeah, if you've got
Bro's
the kind of
old.
Beastclaw Raider
Yeah,
vibe.
absolutely.
And I think you can obviously have a mix of them as well, but you've got a lot of different ways to kind of lean into different ogre armies, and it's just nice to have a multi-part character, right, where you can immediately start to make him your own. One of the
Oh,
big
so you
things
can do
about
like more of
ogres
a
for their entire history is the
Beastclaw
idea of, like,
Raider
big
with that
names, right? They
top
carry
knot
that through
one.
into this battle tome
Okay,
as well,
all
where
right.
the leader of your force is literally making a name for himself by achieving various feats. So being able to kind of have the pelts of the things he's defeated on him absolutely makes sense. Those units we've all seen before in different ways. The next unit is effectively a new type. These are the Maul Beast Cavalry and the Maul
Okay.
Beast Raiders. This is a 2-for kit, so you can make 2 different units.
Oh, he got a
They
turkey!
They function in a similar way. Both of them are cavalry units. The Maul Beast Raiders are your kind of fast
kinda
moving
like the- I like
scout
the-
unit.
I like
the Maul
these.
Beast Cavalry are your hard-hitting shock cavalry. They're a little bit more armored. The guy in the back has more
Okay,
weapons.
so you can do
whereas
like
the Maul Beast
the
Raiders have some ranged attacks.
archers,
These
or you can
effectively
do
replace
like
the Mournfang
shock
cavalry
cavalry. Okay.
in your ogre list. They fulfill a similar sort of role in the army.
Yeah, and we'll talk a little bit more about just how tough they are.
I'm
and how
not
hard
too
they
big
hit
on
in a
the
little while.
faces, but everything else
so
I
these
like.
are all the models that come inside that new ogre army.
I feel
set.
like it would have been
Obviously,
cooler
you
if they
need
gave them
Battle Tome
like
and the War
weird
Score cards as well.
blunted teeth
This
and
is
made them
the,
look like
Battle Tome
cows.
that comes for the ogre Moor
So that's
cards
just
inside
me.
the set. It's
I
got
don't
this
know.
Lovely sort of
That's a
finish,
nice
with the tyrant
codex.
on
I
the
like
front.
that. The black cover is really
Obviously,
nice.
There'll be standard editions of the Battle
Yeah.
Tome out in due time, and you'll be able to get the models separately. But if you want first,
Yeah,
thing on
the
new ogres, this
he
is the
looks
way.
pretty
It
rough.
wasn't all we saw in that awesome
Okay,
video,
let's see
though.
the
Do you
big
wanna show
character
box?
model.
I've got the box right here. So this is the box. It's really lovely. That is all the stuff you get in there. So just to confirm, you get 10 of those gluttons. You get the tyrant. You get 2 of the cavalry, and you get that big unit of Iron Guts.
That's
and
not a
then you get
bad
your battle tome in there as well. So
amount.
it's a really lovely set.
Fantastic.
Like
Right,
that's an ogre army.
what else is there to talk about? Well, I guess we saw some things which in a different sort of part of the Ogre.
AOS got a
army with
hardback
the
and
sort of more seekers
40k cannot
component, right?
afford.
Yeah,
Alright,
so
you know what?
one of the bits of the Ogre force is the kind of tyrant and the.
I think it's
another
funny to
fairly
think of it
major
that way,
part
but
of Ogre
yeah.
society.
That
the
dude is
more seekers,
so
the
fat.
butchers and
Holy
the things
shit,
that
I
follow
don't
in
like
the Butcher's
that
wake.
guy.
The Butcher again is a model that's been out for a very long time, well worth an update. This model is a phenomenally cool
He's
upgrade.
also deeply disturbing.
Yeah, I think you've got some strong feelings on exactly how
Fat.
unpleasant
I
this
just find it
particular model.
really
The model's
unsettling.
great, but he's definitely
I
a bit
love
grim,
it.
isn't
And
he?
the longer you look, the more disturbing it gets. The way he's holding the corpse in his hand, the gore sloshing around in his cauldron, and all this for what is essentially.
I hope they
a
have like
really
alternate
beefy
face
ogre wizard.
sculpts because
Yeah,
like
butchers
running
are
multiple of
sort
those would be
part
fun.
wizard,
But like if
part
they don't,
chef, part
okay, I'm
shaman,
a little
part
meh.
mystic.
But like
So the
one of
ogres
those
are really
alone would be
important
fun to
Ogre
have.
Society. Ogre Society basically is all about eating. All ogres at their core have this kind of unending hunger, which they
This is some
interpret as the
respectable
will of
girth,
the
yeah.
god,
Yeah.
Moore, who may or may not be part of the greater pantheon of Gorka Morka, depending on
Looks
which
like a
ogre
great
you
unclean
speak to.
one. No,
And
he's pretty
oak
clean.
butchers
He's
try to
hygienic
tap into
for,
that
you know, a
arcane
chef.
power, that kind of godly power, and manifest it as various different spells.
Oh, yeah, I
A
forgot
lot of
these
their
are
magic
wizards,
is to
that's
do with
right.
consuming something and then manifesting that into magic in some way, shape,
Yeah,
or form.
absolutely. There are more devotees of the Gulping God coming. This is one of those kits. These are
Okay.
the Ogre Cleavers.
I
And
like
they are
these.
kind of like butchers in training, right?
Yeah, these
Yeah.
are fanatics of Ogre Society who follow in the wake of the butchers. They do a range of
Very
different things. After a battle, they'll
respectably
collect up all
fast.
the various body parts and offal and bits of enemies to throw into the cauldron for
They
the
are
butcher.
some wrong
They
uns.
are kind of fanatically driven.
I don't know why they're so
disciples of the
craggy, but
butchers
I
and of
like
the
it.
god
It's a
Moore.
very
The
weird look, but I
combination
like
of
it.
the miniatures design team and the heavy metal painting team have really just worked up a horror with these.
Yeah,
They
I
are
mean,
so
Blood for
good.
the Blood God is
Absolutely
crying out for these
gore,
miniatures.
gore
Yeah.
up to the elbows, cauldrons full of offal. These are incredible. They're not the only things within this More Seeker collective. That kit
Gut
also makes another
Seers.
option. So you can either
That's
make
a
the
that's a
cleavers
fucking
that you saw
awesome
there,
name.
or you can make these, which are the Gut Seers.
Yeah, Gutseers are
Okay.
even more horrible and sinister than the
little
butchers, if you can
spiral
imagine
gut
that.
plate's really
These have
cute. You
tapped
could do a lot with
into the
that.
power of more, and the way that they work in game is that your wizards become more powerful and can effectively cast spells through these guys when they're nearby. The thing that I really like about them from a miniature perspective is those gut plates. If you look at the gut plates on something like the Iron Guts, they have just armored guts, whereas
Yeah,
There's
these
a brain on that one. That's
yeah,
cool.
these
Got-
guts look like intestines or offal or
And they're kind
guts,
of rendered in
basically.
really like arcane parody. There's
I
something
love
very
it. I think it's
disturbing
really.
going on.
They look like they'd be loads of fun
Yeah.
to paint.
This is
Yeah.
nice. I
And
like
then,
that.
Of course, at the center of all of this is
Red
the
Ma,
Maw. This is
High
the
Slaughtermaster?
Slaughtermaster. So
Okay.
sort of like the head of this cult of the Gulping God. Eddie, what can you tell us about Red?
This is a brand new character for the Ogre Moor tribes. This is one of the most powerful characters in your Ogre army. One of the most powerful characters in all
I
of
like that
Age of
a lot
Sigmar,
of these
goes
characters
to battle on this
are
enormous kind of
references to
cauldron
old
construct that's
ogres.
pulled into battle by a Gorger. Gorgers are the other part of that kind of Moor Seeker grouping. So Moor Seekers covers your butchers, your Gorgers, and all the kind of various fanatics that follow in their wake. You've got this enormous cauldron, which I assume is where the enemy army goes after the battle.
That must be
They get thrown in there.
massive, all things
And this
considered.
is both an incredible miniature, but also an incredibly powerful.
Yeah,
piece
that
for
Gorger
your
is
Age of
pulling
Sigmar
that
armies.
chariot.
We'll
That's
have
a
look at some of
buff
the rules
Gorger too,
around
I
it
guess.
later. And in lore terms, this is the high prophet,
Troll
the high
guts.
priest of the Gulping God. So ogres from across the realms flock to Red the Moor to hear what they've got to say.
I love the fact it's being pulled into battle by a Gorger as well. That's just really cool. So all of these
Bet you the
models are
Gorger has a
coming
really
in the
stupid
not too
name,
distant
too.
future for the Ogre Moor tribes.
Yep.
Obviously, we need a battle tome to learn all about it, and so there will be the standard edition on the left or the gamers edition on the right
Alright.
to let you get what you need to start playing your games.
Yeah, so I mean, this is a huge and sizable update of things for the Ogre Moor tribes. We've shown you almost all of the new models
But not
for the
all.
ogres. There's a couple more things on the way.
Please.
The other thing that's worth saying is a couple of the existing units do stick around as well. So particularly some of the big
Normal
Beast Claw
ogres, and then you
Raider,
have crackhead religious
monsters.
ogres.
So
I
you've
mean, they
got something
kind of
like
all
Stone
are
Ones and stuff
just
in your army.
crackhead
You can
religious
still
ogres, but
absolutely
yeah.
use those, and they work really nicely alongside that Tyrant, which we have one on the table here done up as a.
It's got that beast claw.
Yeah,
Raider
got the
vibe.
kind of
Okay, so you
Claw
can do
vibe,
Beast Claw Raiders as well.
there we
Okay,
go.
I
Turn
like
him around
that.
so you can see the kind of pelt on his back.
Brugal Tooth?
which is
I like
really cool.
Brugaltooth. That's a good name.
Fantastic. Should we have a little bit of a look at some of the rules?
Yeah,
and
let's
things
do it.
And what you'll
Yeah,
find
I'd love to
inside
see
the battle
that.
frame. So these are the faction rules, the battle traits.
AOS is
for
really
ogres. What
fun.
can
You
tell
guys
us,
should
Eddie?
actually give it a
so
shot.
we're
It's
not going to go
not
through the
like
entirety because there's a big old page of
screen
rules
grab
there,
if
but
you really
yeah,
want.
if you're an ogre player or
ranged
you wanna know
focused
you're
as
gonna be up
other
against an Age of Sigmar,
games
take
are,
a
like
screen grab
40k,
now.
but it does
Fundamentally,
have
they've
its
got two
moments where it's
big
really,
army
really
special
fun.
rules. The first of the army rules
They're
is
weird.
if you are in combat with an enemy unit at the end of the turn, or you've defeated an enemy unit in combat, so eaten them basically, you can just have some lunch. You can
Have a
take a chunk out of the enemy unit you're,
take a
you're
bite.
fighting, and you can get a bunch of different rules. So this encourages your ogre army to just get stuck in. If they're in the middle of the enemy army, they can start getting bonuses. There's some really strong stuff in there. You've got
Grug
stuff like run and
meat
charge.
slapper?
You can make the
Oh,
unit harder
that's
to
not
kill,
nice.
make
I don't
them
like
hit harder,
that.
You can mess with enemy wizards, all sorts of stuff.
Fantastic.
And then you've got the other special rule in there,
Yeah.
which is basically like a special thing where when you charge into an enemy unit, you can basically say, would you like to stay where you are and take the ogre's charge, in which case you take a bunch of mortal wounds, or you can say, well, I'll give you the opportunity to move backwards if you like, in which case your opponent immediately cedes ground to your ogres. So it's really good
That's
for
awesome.
shifting units off
Okay.
objectives.
Yeah, absolutely. And getting hit by that wall of iron.
No, they literally
Isn't
said that
joke?
you're keeping all the
Obviously,
units that they had.
War scrolls have
Or the
been,
majority of
looked at
them
as well.
that
So
are-
these
even the
are
ones that aren't
Morbius
getting
cavalry that
updated
we
are
showed you
staying in.
before. They come in the army set.
Shock and gore.
And I talked
Ooh.
about how just devastatingly powerful they are. The gut bite weapons do damage 3. The maul beasts do damage 2, 3 on the charge. These hit you like a landslide. So many attacks, incredibly dangerous.
I think this is a really powerful unit. If you're familiar with the way that ogres work today, you'll know how Mournfang cavalry work. You'll be familiar with the stats. A lot of the stats are fairly similar to Mournfangs, but across the board, wherever there's a
Okay.
change, it tends to be a bit better. For the Maulbeast cavalry, they
I don't know
are
if I like
really
these
tough
more than
units to deal with because
Mournfangs,
they're excellent on the
But I do
charge,
like
so
the mount.
bonuses
Like
for
I like the
charge, but they're
rider
also
more,
excellent
but I
when
don't
being
like
charged,
the beast.
So they're a
more.
really hard unit to kind of solve.
I think
for
the
your enemy.
Mournfang would
I
have been
think just
better.
a couple of these on the flanks would do great, or even investing on a big
But-
double-sized unit and slamming it into the middle of the
I don't know.
enemy could be very
I don't
powerful.
think it's
Yeah,
too
and-
bad.
and
I think
you
it's
can See
nice.
some of the special rules and things that are going on there, but I love the Ravenous counterattack rule. That means that you can be quite daring with them as a sort of like scouting units in your force. Brilliant. We talked a little bit about Read the Maw. Here is
Read the
rules. There is a
Maw.
lot to take
Holy
in.
Yeah,
shit.
this is one of the kind of big name special characters of the ogres as well. We're not going to go through everything on the sheet. Feel free to take a screenshot and peruse it at your leisure. The things to call out are this is an incredibly durable character. 18
I'm
wounds,
taking a
4
nap
save,
after this,
and
boys.
a ward save means that you've got to
That's
throw
a lot,
you've got to
right?
throw a lot of stuff at this guy before he goes down. A level 2 wizard, that's always going to be useful.
That
The thing
smile,
to really
though.
shout
Yeah,
out is that
kinda.
command ability where effectively you can pick an ogre unit nearby and that unit can benefit from
I think it's weird they
as
have no
if it was in
fur.
combat with another unit. So all of those big list of
Yeah,
buffs that you've got
for
in your
the
army
mount,
special rules,
yeah.
you
For
can just give
ogres,
those
they
out
just
to
their
units nearby for
metabolism is
command
just
point,
crazy,
and
so
you can
they're
do some
always
great
just
stuff with that. You've
burningly
got
hot.
Word in there, which is run
So they
and
don't really
charge, so
need
right
to
from
wear
the off, you'd be
furs,
like,
but
I really
like
want one of my
with
units in combat on the first turn. You can
the
just do it.
beast, I don't know. I didn't
You've
like
also
the
got
mount
ability
that
that
much, but
gives
everything
ward
else I like
saves
so
with loads
far.
of nearby units. So this is just an absolutely really useful linchpin unit for the middle of your army.
Fantastic. So that's a lot of great stuff coming all on the way for the Mortal Realms with the Ogre Moor tribes and this
Just for
incredible
my
range.
army.
Yeah, we've got some close-ups
Yeah.
here.
Should we have a look?
Just a sense of how big they are. I don't know if we got a human for scale. He seemed to have wandered up. Maybe they ate him when we weren't looking.
So here you've got.
Oh,
Red
wow,
Moor
those
in the
are
middle.
pretty
You can
big. I
see
like
the
them.
size of him. He's
I do
really
think
an
that
absolute
diorama
beefcake.
model could
And
be
this
a little
enormous cauldron as well.
more
It's just full of
unified,
offal,
I
these
guess.
great big
I feel like
streams
those
of stone on
guys
the
on either
cauldron.
side could
Here
be
on the
on like
side,
a
you can
platform or
see
something
the,
because they just look like
the
they're just
Ogre
standing next
Butcher.
to the
He's
cart.
really
and
quite
that's
an
it.
impressive model in his own right. And again,
but
this
yeah.
huge cauldron. If I
Other than
spin
that,
around,
it's
you can
pretty
see
good.
Just how
The
detailed these models really
cauldron's
are.
really nice.
Just something to behold. Loads of things going on the back. Sort of, he's got these animal horns and things, so they look like they're carrying trophies and things all around. Just really great. It's an incredible looking kit.
Yeah.
I think the
you get a
miniatures
sense
team
of
have.
the size of him because that's a human, right? That he's holding on the butcher.
Yeah, no
there,
kidding.
So,
He's got half a person.
yeah, got half a person there.
Yeah.
It's pretty gross. So anyway, these
Saving
are
Kill Team for last, it's probably
I'm really
Exodites.
excited to see them come out. I think they're going to make quite a wave within the Mortal Realms. We are still not done yet. There is still more awesome stuff to talk about in this big summer preview. Next, we're going down to the Underhive.
Oh! Okay. All right, let's see what we got. Okay, so they're showing everybody, so it might be a new edition. Turn to the Underhive, new stuff. New edition. Oh man, I like this. Blades of the Matriarch, new team for Escher. Forge Smelters with a new core set. Oh wow, that is a dog-ass core set. All right, okay. Wow, that's ass, but I'll take it. Okay, we take it. We take it.
Welcome back. and
Necromunda
welcome to the
Skirmish.
Underhive with a new edition of Necromunda Skirmish. This is very exciting. I'm a big fan of Necromunda. I've played it since I was a 16-year-old boy, and it's great to see a new edition come. This is essentially an edition reset for Necromunda, and this core set here that you can see here, this 2-player battle box, is the perfect way to get into it. If you're an existing Necromunda player, we'll talk about some of the other ways too. Here you can see it on the screen. It pitches.
I'm tentative.
Sorry, crikey.
I'm tentative.
My favourite gang just automatically. It pitched the Goliaths against the Escher in a classic house matchup. Let's have a look at some of the kits that come with it. We've got a box here which we can use as a prop, but we've got some great images to show on the screen. It contains 2 gangs.
Those are
within the box.
really
The
nice
first of which are
models. I like
they're
those.
the Blades of the Matriarch. This is all new models. We've not released these ones before, and there's some
Escher
fantastic
gangers,
options
gotcha.
in there. At the back, for example, you can see a Huntress with auto pistols and multi-harness. On the right-hand side, you've got one which is a Blade Maiden with a shock whip. You've got the Chem Witch who's got the auto chem. It's that crazy looking flamer thing that you can see towards the back. Loads of fantastic options to really fill out an Escher gang. If you've already got an Escher gang, you'll probably want to add these to it because it gives you even more options and even more fantastic models.
Yeah, no, these look great.
This is also a perfect starting point for an Escher gang in its own right. You could have never have played a game of
There's
Necromunda.
the
This is a
needle
wonderful
pistol,
jumping
which
on
is
point.
nice. They got
go
needle
head to
rifle,
head
shotguns.
with the Goliaths. These are the
Okay.
forged smelters. Goliaths, the house
Yo.
chains, known for their sort of industrial
They
power.
done cut his hands
All
off.
of these like heavily muscled, stim enhanced
All
warriors,
right.
carrying weapons which kind of have an industrial feel. So you've obviously got the heavy stubber at the back, but there's loads of other weapons that
Guy with
might be less
gigantic
familiar.
axe and
For
wide
example,
shoulders.
you've
That
got
dude
the
is
Crumper
frame
riveted
mogging
cannon on
every
the
single
right-hand
person
side.
there.
The,
Holy shit.
Lady Goliath is holding that. You've also got things like the Servo Medicae that you can see on the.
There's a lady
at the front.
Goliath? I
You've got
cannot
one
tell.
with a
Dad,
cannon.
I
There's
guess
loads of
there's
different things
one
going
there
on so
somewhere.
that
It's
you
hard
can,
to tell.
Either add these to an existing Goliath force or just use these as your first ever Goliaths. I really like the ignition cannon that's on the left hand
I guess
side.
they're now giving you like medics.
2
and shit,
fantastic
which is
gangs.
cool.
You also find inside the box absolutely
God,
everything you need
that
to get started
dog,
playing.
that
So
is
you have the gaming map, the
fuck-
measurers,
oh,
the
that's
dice, the templates, all the
embarrassing
cards
terrain.
and bits and pieces. You have a full rule book. You also have some terrain to position your gang behind to start playing your games.
Like, okay, the minis look great.
Essentially, this is a wonderful way to kick off Necromunda
But-
if you've just never played before and kickstart you into the new edition. So
That's
here you can see,
embarrassing.
like a
Holy
close-up on
shit.
some of those other things as well.
It's actually
There's
embarrassing
really,
levels of
a
terrain,
lot
whatever.
to enjoy here in these gangs. And if you look at the back of the box, you can see it all sort of laid out, sort of panning around.
Okay,
just
same dice,
full to
same
the brim of great
tokens.
Necromunda stuff. There's more to come in this new edition than just this. It's worth saying that Necromunda, the thing that makes it so exciting is this continuous war between the great gang houses.
Okay, they're doing like
So there are
value
6
boxes, which
gang
is
houses
nice.
that you might be familiar with if you know Necromunda well. Essentially, you have the Orlocks, the Vansars, Cawdor, Dilac, Escher, and Goliath, and you can see them all displayed here. These are Underhive crew boxes. These contain models that you might already know if you're familiar with Necromunda, presented in a brilliant format that lets you essentially make one purchase to start an entire Underhive crew of your own. I'm a big fan of Necromunda. I've played it for years and years.
Tell me how the
Got a
rules
really
change
big
is where
Orc
I'm
gang,
concerned here.
And I looked at the Underhive crew and was like, oh, that's essentially.
I mean, to be
for a
fair,
really
if they've like,
fantastic
oh,
Orlock
it's
crew.
not even really that.
Things to
It's
talk
not
about
anything
quickly
like the
while
old
we're
edition.
here. So obviously, this box contains
I'll just
everything.
keep playing
if you
the
just
old
wanted
editions.
the Necromunda rulebook, so you've got loads of Necromunda stuff and you don't want to buy a new the core box for some mad reason, then you can just buy the Necromunda rulebook. This is a large hardback book. It's just packed with lore and rules and all the good things that you would want to know about Necromunda. And it's been revised. They've made updates to the rules to sort of streamline things. Every role feels like it really matters. Games are very exciting. I'm really excited to sink my teeth into it. If you've got an existing gang and you want to know where you find the rules for that, there's 2 more publications coming along for you.
Okay.
These are Gangs of the Underhive, which deal with those 6 gang houses we talked about before, along with various hangers-on and hired guns. And you've got Gangs of the Outland, which deals with those gangs and sort of...
Okay. I'll give it a
Necromunda
shot.
Denizens
I mean, how bad could it be?
outside
I
of the
mean,
normal sphere. Things like the Ironhead
Necromunda has not had a
Prospectors
new
or the Ashways
edition
Nomads.
since it came out
You'll
like
find
almost a
their
decade
rules
ago.
along with the
So
various hangers-on in those books.
an
So
edition
essentially,
reset's
pick
good,
up
but
the
I
full
just need to
rulebook,
know how
pick
the
up
rules
the
work.
gangs of the book that you need.
No
and you are
corpse
good to
grinders
go
box.
with
Interesting. No, they
Necromunda
probably will have a
Skirmish.
corpse grinders box at
Still
some
more.
point. But yeah.
Really useful to have on the side of the table. You've got the core gang tactics cards. I find having like physical things really useful. But
More
playing
new books.
Necromunda,
I don't know
it's
if
a
I'll be
tactile
picking them
game.
up for a
You've
little
also got
bit because I just
scenario
want to do
cards
what we
which help
currently
organise
have.
your
But
campaign
yeah.
and get your games.
I don't like the
flowing
fact that it's called
really
Necromunda
nicely.
Skirmish. That seems so...
Also, if
Not
you
thought
want
out.
to like enhance your battlefield, get your game going, there's an enormous range of fantastic Necromunda scenery and terrain.
Why
The
didn't you
Zone
just
Mortalis
add
range
those?
is big and beautiful, and there's an addition to it now with these Factoria pipes. You'll find some
Okay.
Factoria pipes inside that core set, and there's even more if you buy this Factoria pipes box. And breathe.
Yeah, I think that's
I
one
am
of my
a
favorite things
little
about
disappointed,
Necromunda is when you start to
but
see
I'm
people,
not
like, really
upset.
lean
I
into
like
the
there
scenery.
could have been
They've got
more,
their
but
Zone
whatever.
Mortalis bit, and then they start building up, and you get the pipes and walkways, and you can have like fights across the gantries, and you can shoot people.
Yeah,
down
he's
from high
talking
up
about
and
good terrain,
all
but
that
it's
sort
not
of stuff.
there.
Absolutely. My favorite games in Necromunda are always the ones which are played on multiple levels, and you can blast someone off a 12-inch high precipice and watch them plummet.
I do
to
like a
their
bit
death.
of ash waste every now and again, though.
Yeah, yes, I agree, but there's something I
There is
remember,
something cool
I
about
remember
like
the
having a
first
little
time I
cross section of a
saw-
city.
Yeah, I saw that for the first time, and it just blew my mind. If you've never played Necromunda before, this really is a perfect jumping on point. Necromunda is a really exciting game. Ask any Necromunda fan, and they will like enthuse about it. How great it is. And if you are an existing Necromunda fan and you're looking for new challenges, this is really great because the rules have been tweaked and streamlined, and there's going to be new secrets to unlock. And it's going to be a good time to be fighting battles in the Underhive. The narrative that's been unfolding for the past few years, the Aranthian succession,
Yeah.
is kind of done
It's
with. I'm
Necromunda is
really
one of my
excited to see
favorite
what the
games, if
Kingdom
not my
Space
favorite
will,
game of all
for
time. So
Necromunda
like,
take it in
I'm
this
always tentative about a new
era.
edition, but
It's
I'm
gonna
always
be
like,
cool.
you know, I
Yeah.
try to stay positive about it, right?
And
The
we
new
are
minis look
still
good.
There's
not
more.
done. Yep.
Cool.
We are
Okay, kill
sticking
team,
around
show
in
us
the 40,000 millennium,
Exodites.
but we're going to go to Warhammer 40,000 kill team. with
Exodites
this.
versus Necron. It'd be funny if it was. The whole three fans, I'll fucking beat you up. Necromunda is amazing. Okay. Oh, wouldn't it be great if it was
Years of
Catachan
searching.
versus Exodites? That'd be kind of cool.
We're closing in on
He's gonna do
something
clever girl thing, isn't he?
unseen for decades.
Catachan versus Exodite. Ah, my eyes. Stop. Oh. 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 Okay. Wait, Exodites versus Orcs? Let me just like, let me close that because I don't want to get dinged. Okay. 3 Exodite miniatures. That's funny. 5. Oh, you could just make them into like a bunch of different units. Okay. Exodite, Beasts and Brutality. Okay, that's
We are
weird.
alive and well in
Oh,
this
it's
year of
6?
2026.
Wait,
who would
let me
have
see.
had
Let me see.
Exodites on their 2026 Warhammer bingo card?
This is a super exciting box set.
Really,
okay.
right?
This is awesome. So
A
obviously,
single
every time we
Exodite
have a
kill
new
team
Kill
is
box set, it's
kinda
very
funny.
exciting. This one, I think, it will be particularly interesting, not just for fans of Kill Team, but for fans of Warhammer 40,000.
That's-
Exodites are one of those last untapped, awesome bits of Warhammer 40,000 lore. Whenever we get to kind
I'm
of
messaging Colin
unveil
right
a cool
now.
new corner of the millennium, it's always very exciting. I think Exodites absolutely fall into that little corner.
If you don't know what an Exodite is, very briefly, when the Eldari Society was starting to sort of way back before the fall, starting to
And now we'll
fall
wait
into
for him to
decadence
scream
and,
at me.
depravity, the Exodites were like, no, thank you very much, and they left main society and they settled on places far flung from the mainstay of Eldar
With the
society.
actual
And they
fuck
made them.
Exodites, yeah.
Beautiful jungle planets full of rich flora and fauna and full of all sorts of weird, wonderful creatures.
Absolutely.
And then when Eldar Society was destroyed in the fall, the Exodites were one of the few remaining bits that were left. Now, in the 41st millennium, they have these pockets of idyllic beautifulness across Warhammer 40,000. Obviously, this
The
being
term
Warhammer
is
40,000,
beauty,
you've got
but like,
something
I'm not
lovely,
gonna
everyone's
ding you
gonna
too
offer
much
to
for
invade
that
it.
one.
There's probably a war coming.
There's always
Idyllic
there's always a war
beauty.
coming.
Nice.
So whenever their
Beautifulness.
planets are invaded,
that's
they
a new
have to defend them with whatever
Yes,
tools they
I'm
can find
being
available.
that
And
guy.
the closest thing available is giant reptilian beasts that they can ride into battle.
Should we have
and
a look at the
crush their
models?
foes with.
So
Okay.
yeah, here we go. These are the
Dragon
Exodite Dragon
Masters.
Masters. Eddie, this is a very unusual kill team, right?
Yeah, so this is
Looks
a kill
like
team first and foremost.
scouts
It is
that
really
ride
kind of weird,
dinosaurs.
really fun, unusual kill team.
Okay.
It is effectively 3 models and 2 little hangers on, so it's immediately very, very elite. In terms of how it plays in kill team, it plays in a really
Axe and
interesting
sword,
and
very
unique
nice
and unusual
combo.
way. All of your units have APL 4, which is wild.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
don't
kill
know
team,
what
so
that
you
is,
can do all sorts of cool
unfortunately.
maneuvers. They are very, very fast, as you would imagine, faster than almost anything else in Kill Team. They can leap up across bits of terrain. So if you think that your sniper at the back of the battlefield is nice and safe, perched on
Maybe
his
not.
ruin,
I like that
think again, because
weasel
a giant
thing.
reptilian with an Eldari warrior in the back is racing towards you, ready to chop your head
The
off.
lizard weasel's kind
You
of
have
nice.
3 very different kinds of characters in there. Effectively, you've got a warrior archetype, a mage archetype, and a sniper archetype, and they all do
Okay.
very different things for your kill team.
Yeah, so here on the screen you can see the 3 different ones laid out. Essentially, you have the Clan Blade, which is the close combat one. You have the Lay
Alright.
Stalker, which is the one with the sniper rifle, and then you have the Stone Singer, which is the Exodite, who focuses on using psychic powers. And then they also have these little beasts that run around with them, and those are called Dracolites.
Yeah, and they look familiar to, if you
It's
know
just
kind of
dinosaurs,
how
dude.
Eldar
Just
Craftworld
call them
work, there's a little bit of
dinosaurs.
the Autarch to this one. There's a little bit of the Farseer to this one. There's
Absolutely.
a little bit of the kind of Ranger. So they have a kind of common ancestry.
I do
with the
wish they
Eldar
went a
of the
little
Craft
crazier
worlds,
with it
but
and
they
just
have
had
gone
them
off in a
be
slightly
covered in
different
like
sort of cultural
weird
direction.
dinosaur
And the
feathers, you
biggest
know?
difference really is that they ride on the back of these cool reptiles.
Yeah,
You
But
can't say
a really
dinosaurs, can
fun kill team, a very different kill team. And I think probably going to be a very popular kill team as well.
yeah, absolutely.
It's not the only thing you get in this box. You've also got a bunch of orcs in here. The way that the orcs
That's
work
so
in this
funny.
kill team is a little bit like the Red Terror set that we had recently, where they are effectively non-player operatives, and you can play a bunch of different games against these, either as a 1-player or a 2-player series. There is a campaign in the box which tells the story of an orc war,
Okay.
which has
This is
landed
so
on this planet.
weird.
The orcs who are beast
Eldari
snaggers
Exodites
basically
video
find a
soon,
world full of
Arthur?
monsters and they're
Maybe.
like, "This
I'm
is a
not the
paradise.
biggest
Look
fan
at
of
all these-
Eldar,
look at all these
so, like,
giant
it's not
beasts we
my
can
big
hunt."
deal,
The
but,
Eldar are
like, I
obviously
might,
much
I
less
might.
keen on that than the orcs, and they have to try and drive off the orcs so you can play through this campaign. Also, of course, all the stuff in this box you can also use in Warhammer 40,000 as well.
Yeah, just to give a shout out to that Kill Team
Okay.
Exodite book, it's really cool. I got to have a look through
Okay.
it the other day.
I'm not
it's got
against
great
it. I just
lore in
think
it,
that they
there's
should have come up with a
stories from the
second kill
perspective
team
of
that
the
was
Eldari
unique for them to
Exodites.
play
There's also,
against, right?
like that campaign has some great missions in it. There's guides on how to set up your
It
make your battlefield to
feels
look like
a
main
little
world. It's a
disappointing, but like,
wonderful
hey,
book. They've
it's
done
it's
an
fine.
amazing
It's
job
fine.
sort of
Then
bringing
also,
it
I'm
to
like not a big
Yeah.
Exodite guy, so like I'm
Worth
not one of those
saying,
guys who's
one of the
clamoring for
other
them.
ways that you can build up the kill team that you get in this set is as another unit, which is called the Dragon Knights. These are the
Okay.
archetypal, I suppose. The closest thing
Wow,
we've got
that's
to
a
the classic version of an Exodite.
Yeah,
Very
Bright
reminiscent of
Lance.
some of the
Alright,
very
okay.
cool Warhammer 40,000 art from some of the early editions. This is effectively a fast cavalry unit of Exodites riding on those huge reptilian beasts. And they
Okay.
work a little bit
I
in
like
game,
these a lot
suppose, like
more.
your Shining Spears, where they could charge in. They actually have laser lances, which is the same weapon that Shining Spears
Oh
have.
yeah,
So
there's
they
more
punch
beast
pretty
snaggers in
hard,
the
but as
in the
well as
box, but that's
rider on
because the beast
back fighting
snaggers
wolves,
are
they've got
they're meant to be like
crazed,
NPC
reptile
characters that
beast
are meant to
helping you
attack
fight,
them.
right?
Absolutely.
So it
they
makes
hit
sense
really,
why.
really hard. They're they're not super durable, but they're a little bit more durable than some of the other kind of combat units you might find in an Eldari army. So they're going to be quite a useful little unit. I think you will see them dotted around various Warhammer 40,000 battlefields and Eldar armies quite soon. The other forces in this box, the Dragon Masters, you can also use in Warhammer 40,000. And the way that they work is that each one is effectively an individual character in your Eldari army. So you've got the kind of lone op sniper, you've got your fast moving hero, you've got a kind of buff support piece. So effectively, this one kill team provides you with 4 different data sheets for Warhammer 40,000 Eldari armies. So it's a really flexible little.
Oh wait, you
clump
can
of
make
stuff
3
you can add
different
into your,
characters from that
Eldari.
box. That's kind of
Yeah,
wild,
so Kill Team
actually.
Exodite contains 3 Exodites.
I
and the
feel like
2,
that kind of just
Dracolites.
confirms they're going to be doing like a full Exodite army
Obviously,
at some
these models
point.
will be available separately down the line. So if you wanted to put loads into your army, that's completely legit. There are loads of reasons that an Eldari force might have Exodites in it as well. When you look at the history of the Eldari, the Craftworld Votann is so affronted at the state of the Maiden Worlds that they aggressively defend Maiden Worlds from any interference. Obviously,
Yeah, no
Eldari
one
is
shows
known for
up,
the
don't
Rangers who
attack, or
travel
else,
around
right?
the webway, and they visit all the Maiden Worlds on a regular
Yeah,
basis.
it's one of the main reasons the Eldari come into conflict with other races, right? They don't seek it out particularly, but one of the things that they have is this sort of
Yeah, no, the kit
cultural
bashes for
association
this
with
would be
these planets,
crazy
and
good.
Whenever anyone invades, it's almost like it's sacrilegious, right?
Yeah,
This
sort
is
of
the
protecting the last true
absolutely
ancient
yeah,
Eldari,
yeah.
really.
This is almost always why the Eldari will get involved in a fight somewhere. Is that the craft worlds can fly off, but planets can't really. So when the Imperium shows up and decides to build a forge world on your wonderful paradise world, you have to kind of go and kick them off.
Yeah, absolutely. It's worth having a little look at the models, I think. So here we have a stunt beast snagger sort of drafted in to pose, and then you can get a sense of the scale of these things when you bring the the Exodite up alongside. They're lithe, the beasts look really muscular, but they're still an impressive size model, and I think they're going to be quite popular with people who want to do just beautiful paint jobs, right? They're going to lend themselves really towards that.
Yeah, I mean the models are beautiful. Like I think I really like the leader
That's
unit
in particular. That
yeah,
one, isn't it? Let's
the
get this
leader
guy out
of
of the way.
the
Sorry, buddy.
Dragon Knights is just a really, really excellent miniature. I think just the kind of straight on pose for him. I'd be amazed if we don't see a few of those at Golden Demons and things. He's got that beautiful back banner, obviously, which is lending itself to kind of whatever showing off painting scheme you'd like to have a go at. The reptiles they're riding themselves, you could paint in almost any color you can imagine. Right?
He's
the
behind
metal
me,
team here has
isn't
gone for
he?
some really
Yeah.
cool, vivid color schemes. You could
Sorry,
have
boss.
anything in your paint
That's
collection. You
funny.
can paint these guys. I think they're going to be a joy to paint, and I can't wait to see them on the battlefield.
Absolutely. As I said before, like who had Exodites on their 2026 Warhammer bingo?
I think at least 3 people guessed when we posted it.
You get to
Well
give
done
yourself a
you
little
if you
stamp,
guessed
well
Exodites,
played. I'm delighted. They've existed in the lore for such a long time, and it's really exciting to see them like on the tabletop in this way before. This is the first time we've ever seen Exodites in plastic, and kind of the first time really we've seen them properly.
Someone says Trazyn activates Pokeball.
Cloth.
I gotta say, my favorite idea here is that like the thing that was pushed into my mind was from the Infinite and Divine when Trazyn just fucking dive bombs into a Carnosaur and just obliterates it with a Necron ship. Oh god, that's so funny.
Hopefully you're as excited about these as we are, because they're very exciting. What else is there to say? We have come to the end of our
That was a lot of
preview.
stuff, Adam.
It was a lot of stuff. And we said it
Yeah.
was about 90 minutes, and we're very, very nearly there. So thank you if you are still with us and enjoying the Warhammer preview. It's been lovely to have you with us. I should round up. There have been a couple of questions floating around. One of them I can field right now. Somebody asked in the chat, what's the cost to the Warhammer Academy? The cost is nothing. It is free. You'll need to log in and sign up, but it is designed to help you just get started with your Warhammer journey.
That's actually
it
really
doesn't cost
nice that
anything.
that's
Just,
free.
join in and start learning about Warhammer and sort of honing your skills and gaining confidence as you do so.
There's not going to
If
be a
you've got more
Warcry
questions,
surprise. I'm
well,
so
we got
sorry.
good news. A few weeks back, Eddie and I did a Q&A, and we had a nice time doing it. So we're going to do another one in a couple of weeks. So here is an email address appearing mystically on your screen. Quanda, that is Q&A at preview.warhammer.com. That is where you can start sending your
Quanda,
questions.
okay.
Hopefully, Warhammer-related questions, and specifically about things we've talked about in the preview.
I mean, you can send in any question, but
It was a Brontosaurus.
I
Yeah,
have
that's
very
right.
few special
Okay.
subjects, and most of them revolve around Warhammer. So, yeah, please do send us Warhammer questions to that Q&A in a couple of weeks' time. We'll let you know closer to when it's going to be. We'll go through those questions. We'll pick the best ones, and we'll sit down and have a little session where we read through all.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. I guess all that remains then is thank you, everybody, for coming and joining in this preview and
No
spending some time
last-minute
with us.
surprises.
Thank you to all the people behind the scenes who pressed the buttons and moved the models around and made it all work. You are champions. Thank you, Eddie, for knowing all the answers and making
Oh,
me look
that's
good.
all right. I had a great time.
Brilliant. And in that case, until next time, we will see you again very soon. Good night.
Okay. So while we got that on, how are we feeling? Let me put my music on. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so how are we feeling, everybody? How are we feeling? I want to poll the room a little bit here. Was this a good one? Was this a good one? Just let me know. Like, did you guys think that was good? I thought it was good. I think that was like a really good preview. That was very much exactly what I would have wanted. None of it was for me. That was a pretty good one for everybody else that wasn't me. I think that there was like, I like that they're supporting a lot of games more than they usually do. I like the fact that they are supporting, doing a lot of good business and good faith practices, like making sure that all the detachments from prior editions are playable in this one, or at least the last edition. Exodites are cool, not for me. I like that orcs are getting a new truck. They've needed that. I like Legions Imperialis. Gotta mention, the new Necromunda box is a bit underwhelming, but I'm kind of interested to see how they update it. I'll pick up the box just to see what it is, because my roommate, he plays Escher. The Goliath stuff I'll probably just give to Mishmash, because I know he plays Goliath and would probably like those models, because they were cute models. They're exactly what I want for like a first release for a new edition of Necromunda. Like, they're not too crazy, and there's probably a lot of kit bashing shit you can do with it. I am worried, because like, what if they're like, oh, it's like mono pose Necromunda models? I'd jump into traffic. But as long as they don't get rid of the old boxes, I'm fine. But new Necromunda, or like Necromunda in general, doesn't do that. I think that it looks good. What other releases? Oh, the new Chaos Warriors are great. Shame none of this stuff is of interest to me. Yeah, that's kind of me. Like, it's genuinely like none of this really interests me, but all of it is really good, right? It all looked really good. The kill team stuff looked really good. Not for me. I don't play kill team, right? It's like, I was like waiting for something that would make me happy, but I'm like, oh, the Necromunda stuff just looks. And the crowd goes mild. Yeah, it was okay. It was fine. But yeah, I think that everything here was good. I wish they had more pomp and circumstance, or pomp and, you know, everybody was like super explosively happy about new Necromunda, but those guys just seemed to not care too much, which, yeah, the Goliath did look a little small. The models looked a little bit less zany than they should, but again, the first releases, they could go crazy with it later. And I don't know, I'm an Orlock guy, so I like shit to be a little bit dull. The starter set was booty. Yeah, kinda. Might be time to try Necromunda. Yeah, no, Necromunda is like a really good game to try out, but you definitely need people to play with. It's definitely not an easy game to get into. They're good. I think it's cool. Necromunda is my favorite game, so I'll definitely pick up the books to see if they're any good. I am disappointed with Bespoke Kill Team to oppose the Exodites. Yeah, I was kind of weird, because, like, you could definitely do, like Catachan. Sorry, I said it right. Catachan. And they'd be pretty cool. I am interested in Warhammer Academy, so I wonder if they're going to, like, because they're not really charging anything for it. I wonder what their goal for that is. I know it's to get more people in, with like a jumping off point, but I wonder what the plan is. If that's just a free service or whatnot. Yeah, Custodes was decent. Custodes was really good if you like Custodes, which I don't, and that's the problem. Which Necromunda gang do you play? I play two, mostly. I play, Orlock, and I also play Ironhead Squats, because, you know, dwarves. I switched from KT to Necromunda. Good choice, good choice. Kill team should be Catachan. Yeah, genuinely, it is kind of built for them. But no, that was a good reveal. There's a lot of good stuff there. The ogres looked fantastic. I liked all of them. They were all pretty good. But yeah, difficult to learn. So, like, kill team. No, my man. No, my man. I'm so sorry. Necromunda is just a different beast from kill team. It's so difficult. There's so many. It's not difficult because the rules are hard to understand. It's difficult because the rules are spread out across like 30 different books. So having an edition reset with like 3 books, that's pretty succinct, all things considered. 6.5 of a show. You know what? Yeah, that's fair. I think this is like a 7 out of 10. I think this was a good show for everybody that wasn't me. Oh, God, I'm tired, guys. I think I might cut it short here, because I think that was good. I'm kind of proud of them for not doing a Space Marines release right now. But, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I want to do more React streams. I want to stream more in general, because my endurance levels for streaming have been slowly getting, like, higher and higher. So, yeah. Thank you all for watching. I'm going to be getting into 11th edition a lot next month, so, like, I'll let you guys know more about that as that happens. And, yeah, tune in next time for the next release, or maybe sooner than that. I don't know. But, yeah, I'll, see you all next time. And, till then, I hope you all have a wonderful night.